He smirks, totally satisfied with how things are looking. Now he just needs to let his reputation do the heavy lifting. Over in the nearby town, the nightlife is just getting started. People are out and the lights are on. One guy spots Frenzied Sword rushing past and does a double take. Is the Black Phantom really getting involved? He looks back and confirms it. For real? He teamed up with Liu Cheng. The old man looks seriously worried. If we back the town, are we seriously going against the Black Phantom? Someone nearby nods. Looks like it. This must be the main mission objective. Other guys are just staring at their screens, totally depressed. We are toast. We picked the wrong side. How are we supposed to fight that guy? Meat Bun is secretly high-fiving himself. Lucky for him, he waited to see which way the wind was blowing before making a move. If he gets on the Black Phantom's good side, he can score way more exclusive footage for his channel. Total jackpot. He books it toward the Black Phantom, and after a mini-marathon, he finally hits Liu Cheng's camp. Sweating like a pig. Meat Bun screams at the top of his lungs. Black Phantom, let me join your squad. Han Xiao turns around, ears ringing. Oh, it is this kid again. Han Xiao spreads his arms for a sales pitch. Kid, you made a very smart move. I see a lot of potential in you. Then he drops a bombshell that makes the kid's eyes pop. Want to be my temporary assistant? Meat Bun's jaw drops. He can't even speak. A hidden quest from the Black Phantom himself. He practically explodes with a deafening scream. Yes, I am in. Everyone else just stands there with their mouths open in pure envy. He actually triggered the hidden quest. Lin Ran is still trying to process the news, wondering how it even happened. Suddenly he rushes forward. I get it now. This whole mission is a chance to unlock a secret script. I just have to join the Black Phantom side. Han Xiao closes his eyes and wags a finger, totally shutting him down. Sorry, I am all set on assistance. Lin Ran looks absolutely crushed. But why not? His buddies start whispering. Maybe only the first person to sign up gets the secret quest. Han Xiao ignores the guy's whining. Too slow, buddy. You snooze, you lose out on the good stuff. He leans back with his hands behind his head. Having Meat Bun around is basically like having a personal reporter. Controlling the narrative is as good as any weapon. His fingers scroll through the profiles of his new recruits while he starts doing some math. Right now, he has only got 3 players worth watching: Frenzied Sword, Maple Moon, and Meat Bun. That's a pretty small squad. Time to expand. He stares off into the distance. So far, he has only hit up 2 beginner villages. There are a dozen more waiting for him. Plenty of opportunities. Meanwhile, over at Green Valley, a cold castle looms in the dark. Basat glares through his binoculars, grinding his teeth. Why did those refugees ditch his town? How on earth did Liu Cheng win them over? He watches the soldiers giving orders, his heart racing while the refugees settle in. This is definitely not looking good. Those refugees were his secret weapon against Liu Cheng. Now he is screwed. Basat curses Han Xiao under his breath. That Black Phantom jerk lied to us. Lied. His fists are clenched so tight they're shaking with pure rage. If he takes his arm to guards and bolts, maybe Liu Cheng won't chase him down. Suddenly, another hand grabs his arm, trying to run before the fight starts. Fight. Xiao Rui jerks him back and snaps. Did you seriously forget the Overm family motto already? But half the refugees are gone, he stammers. And the Black Phantom is right there. Xiao Rui just glares at him and issues a cold command. An Overm never retreats without a fight. Tell your men to gear up for battle. My bodyguards will take care of the Black Phantom. Liu Cheng suddenly leaps onto the wall. Xiao Rui turns to give his guards their orders. Liu Cheng, the Black Phantom is all yours. Basat grits his teeth, praying that the guy can actually hold his own against that monster. He tries to calm the old man down. Relax. Not every single refugee has turned against us yet. Rally the troops. We still have enough power for a real fight. Then with a dangerous glint in his eye, Xiao Rui whispers, get the car ready, just in case. Over at Liu Cheng's camp, fully armed soldiers are lined up in the trenches, guns ready for action. Liu Cheng peers through his binoculars. Looks like a final stand. This will be a bloodbath. This? Give the order, 20 minutes until full attack. He turns to Han Xiao with a look of pure gratitude. Glad you handled those refugees. He grins like a maniac and just brushes it off with a casual, yeah, whatever. But Liu Cheng is still tripping over this lucky break. Are you sure these refugees actually take orders from a kid like you? Why would a big shot like you even notice us, Meat Bun, currently playing hero from behind a tree, just stands there completely frozen? A guy this important is a major clue to Black Phantom's real identity? Han Xiao laughs it off and pats his shoulder. Just go move the refugees, old man. No sweat. Through the binoculars, Liu Cheng's squad is absolutely leveling the place with explosives. He drops the binoculars and lets out a massive yawn. Just like I thought Liu Cheng's got this in the bag. Time for a nap. Suddenly a dark shadow flies over the troops, screaming. Turns out it is Liu Cheng, charging in with crazy energy and way too much confidence. I am your opponent now. Han Xiao grumbles and pulls a gun from his pocket. Seriously, who even is this guy? Guess I don't get a break after all. Without blinking, he starts unloading rounds directly at the guy's face. But weird stuff happens every day. Liu Cheng just struts through the hail of bullets like they are nothing more than falling flower petals. His body sparks with electricity. Every single bullet hitting him feels like a mosquito trying to bite a piece of solid steel. Alarms start blaring in Han Xiao's head. Kinetic energy absorption. This is bad. To make it simple, let's look at a quick visual. He unloads his weapon from top to bottom while the guy just stands there like a willing target. This ability absorbs raw force to buff the user's power. After devouring a few magazines of lead, he is practically glowing with power, like some kind of budget superhero. If the attack power fails to break his maximum threshold, all that energy gets sucked up and converted into strength for the victim. Thinking Han Xiao finally learned his lesson, Liu Cheng steps closer to deliver a very serious warning. Black Phantom, this fight isn't yours. Don't go sticking your nose into other people's business. He gives a smug laugh. You tell me to back off, so I just walk away. That would be pretty embarrassing, right? He takes a second to flex and kill the vibe. I am a top-tier assassin from the dark net. The Blood Pact's ace scared yet. This is your warning. Stay off the battlefield. Meat Bun is lurking nearby with his camera, like a dedicated paparazzi. Even when the tension is through the roof, he never misses a single shot. Darknet Blood Pact. What kind of organizations are those? Looks like we're finally seeing a tiny piece of Black Phantom's mysterious backstory. While the guy is busy yapping, Han Xiao quickly reloads. Dealing with these superpowered freaks requires a special touch. Normal bullets won't cut it. He swaps in the special ammo and decides to strike first to keep the upper hand. He leaps into the air, letting off a few quick shots. Liu Cheng uses those long legs of his to slide out of the way. But the bullets explode into a nasty green cloud, filling the air with toxic gas that makes anyone inside start sweating. He jumps up, charges his fists with glowing light, and bursts out of the smoke completely fine. Yeah, that was just total child's play. Liu Cheng launches himself into the air, heading straight for the kid. He delivers a brutal, energy-packed punch right into Han Xiao's chest. The impact sends him flying back several feet. On his painful trip through the air, he even snaps a massive tree in half. He only stops when his back slams into a rock. Right on cue, he coughs up a mouthful of blood. This is easily the worst beating he's taken in ages. Han Xiao crawls up, wipes his mouth, and starts rethinking his strategy. This guy can burn energy for sudden speed boosts. Poison gas didn't work, and this fight is getting dangerous. I need to end this now. He slips on his thermal cutting gloves. Violent sparks of electricity start dancing all over his hands as they power up. Just then, Liu Cheng rushes in for another punch. But this time he is ready and jumps back to dodge the hit. He flips through the air and grabs the guy's shoulder, holding a lightning-charged fist over his head. Let's see you try and absorb heat energy. Han Xiao puts every ounce of strength into slamming that electric palm right into the guy's face, sending him crashing down. Liu Cheng feels the searing heat from his new facial scar and lets out a scream that echoes through the trees. Pissed off by the heat, he kicks Han Xiao in the knee and uses that distance to turn around and bolt like a coward. Han Xiao is stunned. He is totally speechless that this guy ran away after just one hit. But Liu Cheng definitely has something sneaky up his sleeve. He is sprinting toward the trenches where dozens of soldiers are waiting with their rifles locked and loaded. Seeing him approach, a soldier screams, "Enemy incoming, open fire." Han Xiao freezes for a second, finally realizing what the plan is. Wait, he wants to absorb the kinetic energy? Liu Cheng opens his arms wide and welcomes the entire hail of bullets. Shell casings pile up fast as electricity and black smoke surge all around his body. Every single soldier watching this has their jaw hit the floor. Is this guy a monster? Our bullets aren't doing anything to him. Han Xiao screams from a distance, warning them bullets are useless. Stop shooting him. Liu Cheng grits his teeth and shoots back a look that could kill. This much energy is more than enough to end you. He launches himself upward, wrapped in a swirling vortex of emerald energy, zooming toward Han Xiao like a human missile. He raises his hands over his head and delivers a crushing, heavy-handed blow right into his target. An elbow catches him right on the corner of the mouth, forcing him to spit out a mouthful of blood. Han Xiao takes the full force of that energy blast. It is pure chaos. The ground literally explodes into a crater. Shockwaves ripple outward as the dust starts to settle. There he is, slumped in the center of the pit. If not for the smashed trees, you would think he was just taking a nap. Han Xiao is furious as he reads the new notification panel. Magnetic armor durability dropped by 132 points. You have taken 241 damage. Liu Cheng just stands there, flexing his muscles and acting like a total badass, while the fiery explosions behind him create a cinematic superhero backdrop. He presses his advantage, leaping several feet into the air. Han Xiao barely manages to stumble out and face the incoming strike. He does not hesitate to turn and bolt. He is no idiot standing there, as a punching bag is not the plan. His mind is racing as he plots his escape. On this battlefield, he can absorb kinetic energy at will. That is a massive disadvantage for me right now. If I lure him to the camp, his own guys won't dare fire. No bullets, no energy to absorb. The high-stakes chase kicks off, heading straight toward the Green Valley Castle. Han Xiao quickly swaps in a fresh magazine before making a massive leap and scaling the fortress wall in seconds. He flips mid-air with a flashy kick, and rains down a hail of bullets right between his legs at the soldiers below. The troops drop like flies. Even while facing death, one managed to scream, "The Black Phantom is breaking in! Go notify the general now!" Liu Cheng is hot on his heels, annoyed as hell, watching this guy fly around like a bird. "Black Phantom, get back here!" Han Xiao ignores the shouting. He grips his gun and gives a confident smirk. He took the bait. A soldier stops firing and barks at his squad, "Hold your fire, don't hit Lord Liu Cheng." They finally realize the enemy's game. Liu Cheng narrows his eyes and curses under his breath. Damn it, he needs to end this before his energy fades. He throws a decisive punch, but Han Xiao is as slippery as an eel now. He swerves and slides right past the attack. He rolls into a sliding shot, firing a round directly into the ground beneath his feet. The recoil propels him away from a strike that literally splits the earth. Liu Cheng is getting desperate, swinging wildly and wrecking everything in sight just to land one hit. Han Xiao has no intention of standing still. He keeps circling his eyes, darting as he calculates his opening. He is slowing down. That stored energy is almost tapped out. Han Xiao leaps to the top of a tower with Liu Cheng following. In a flash, the tower top crumbles under the guy's fists. Meanwhile, Han Xiao is soaring through the air like a nimble little bird. Hanging upside down, he flashes a grin. All that smoke and dust has finally blinded his opponent's vision. Sure enough, Liu Cheng is hacking and coughing in the middle of the mess he created himself. Han Xiao sees the opening. Sparks fly from his palms as he triggers Overload Will. He lands a brutal slap right on Liu's cheek, sending the guy's head spinning to the side. He slams hard against the fortress wall, a bright red handprint now tattooed across his face. Liu Cheng is hurting so bad he can barely keep one eye open. He quickly assesses the situation. Crap, he is too strong. This town is toast. He scrambles up, spitting blood, but determined to warn the boss. He turns tail and starts running like his life depends on it. Liu grabs his radio and sends a frantic message. "Sir, I cannot hold him off any longer." He glances back at Han Xiao closing in and struggles to finish his report. "I will try to lead the Black Phantom away. Get out of here now." He can feel death's blade at his throat. "If I do not make it back?" Liu closes his eyes tight. "Please take care of my family." The night is cold on the winding road as a military convoy speeds away. Inside the car, Basad is sweating bullets, looking absolutely terrified as he turns to the person sitting next to him. "Wait, what? Liu Cheng couldn't stop the Black Phantom? That guy is a straight-up monster. I told you not to mess with him. Xiao Rui is regretting every life choice right now. Shut up. At least we escaped." He is not convinced. He pokes his head out the window, looking around. He would not follow us, right? He insists Leo is still handling the town, but a bullet suddenly zips right through the car window. He sees a figure leaping through the air toward them. He can barely stutter out "BBB, Black Phantom." Han Xiao aims his gun and lets loose, shouting, "You think you're getting away?" A tracer round hits the tire. The car swerves wildly and slams into the vehicle behind it. A massive explosion swallows both cars, and the driver is instantly out of the game. Basat crawls out coughing and covered in soot. His face is a mess of scratches and dirt. The old man stared at Han Xiao, barely choking out a single word, "You." Han Xiao just leveled his piece, a smug, low-life grin spreading across his face. Basat screamed with everything he had, "You're a total fraud. You were never just some random traveler passing through. You've been in bed with Liu Cheng this whole time." Han Xiao didn't want the drama, so he just shrugged. "Pure coincidence, man?" Knowing the game was up, the old man hung his head. "Save your breath. Now that you've got me, I'm a dead man anyway. Just pull the trigger and finish it." Han Xiao, always the good listener, just shrugged and tightened his finger on the trigger. "Fine. I'll do you the favor." Boom! The gunshot echoed through the trees, sending a massive flock of birds screaming into the sky. Han Xiao turned away, leaving him slumped against the car. He looked almost poetic for a second until his eyes snapped toward the brush, sensing someone watching from the shadows. Humph! It was Xiao Rui trying to sneak off behind a tree. Han Xiao barked a command to freeze, leaving the guy stuck in a pose like some glitchy video game zombie, staring down the business end of a very cold barrel. He threw his hands up and started begging for his life. "Please don't kill me." Han Xiao made a face and shot back, "Give me one good reason why." Xiao Rui ducked his head, practically howling. I've got cash. Loads of it. I can even get you in with the Overmia family, I swear." Something caught Han Xiao's eye, sparking some sudden interest. He nodded toward the guy's pocket and gave a cold order. "What's in there? Hand it over." Xiao Rui scrambled to give it up with shaking hands. "It's nothing. Just some useless documents. I swear, don't shoot." He stared at his own handsome face on a $5 million bounty poster, his fingers tightening around the paper. He glared at the guy, demanding to know why he was carrying a hit list for some random newbie. Xiao Rui fell to his knees, sobbing with snot running down his face as he explained. "This wanted man is actually the son of the Overmia clan's second-in-command, Han Xiao. Everyone thought he was dead, but then this bounty appeared. The family sent me out specifically to find him." Han Xiao's jaw dropped as he processed the news. Han Xiao, the number 0 of the Overmia clan. He shoved the gun closer to the guy's face. "You better not be playing me." Looking at this pathetic mess, there was no way he was lying. It's the truth, I swear on my life. Han Xiao was speechless. So he actually had a father and a bunch of siblings. He looked this long-lost relative up and down unimpressed. Turns out this loser was actually related to his new body. Han Xiao went quiet, crunching the numbers. Maybe the secret identity could score him some backup from the Overmia army in North Continent. Then, without warning, he sent a bullet right through Xiao Rui's forehead. He looked totally unbothered. He didn't need the Overmia name to get ahead. Besides, his real family wasn't even from this world. Back at the Green Valley base, two figures stood side by side on the wall looking down. Lu Cheng shouted at the top of his lungs. Everyone stay calm, the fighting is officially over. Officially, I promise that from this moment on, your lives and your property will be fully protected. The kid behind Lin Ran grabbed his head and groaned. Man, that protection quest was a total bust. We got 0 rewards. Lin Ran nodded. Picking aside that fast was a rookie mistake. Major loss. Suddenly, Bun Hit Dog popped up right next to Frenzied Sword. Hey, Frenzied Sword, it's me, Bun Hit Dog. I'm a content creator and I'm dying to get the inside scoop on this Black Phantom guy. He glanced at Han Xiao, lighting a smoke nearby, and whispered carefully, his real name is Han Xiao. Internally, he breathed a huge sigh of relief. The big boss didn't even flinch. Looks like he doesn't care if I talk about him to others. Rubbing his chin, he kept spilling the tea. He used to work in Star Dragon, but the details are fuzzy. All I know is he's got ties to someone high up in the Strategic Defense Bureau. Bun Hit Dog grinned. This was golden intel. Asking you was definitely the right call. Inside the massive hall, Lu Cheng called out to the Black Phantom with a huge grin as he walked over to him. Thanks for the backup. I never would have taken this town without you. He looked thoughtful for a second. Now that the dust has settled, what should we do with all these refugees? They're strange. They can respawn, so of course they aren't afraid. Han Xiao blew out a puff of smoke and gave a cold smirk. Just treat them like cheap labor or mercenaries. As long as there's a reward, they'll do anything. They'll work for you. Lu Cheng liked the sound of that. I'll give it a shot. Then he finally got to the real point. I'm heading back to Black Pine tomorrow. Why don't you come stay at my place for a bit? I'd love a chance to pay you back properly. He was surprised by the offer, but he went with it. Huh, sure, why not? Then he jerked a thumb at Frenzied Sword and Bun Hit Dog. Mind if I bring my 2 lackeys along? Soon 3 cars were rolling into the Black Pine settlement. Lu Cheng's voice boomed. Welcome to Black Pine, Black Phantom. Glad you're finally here. Standing on a balcony, he pointed toward a massive building. That's our factory. We pump out weapons and ammo there day and night. Frenzied Sword looked like a total tourist, his jaw hitting the floor. Whoa, this place is way too high level for a bunch of newbies. Bun Hit Dog immediately whipped out his camera. Following the Black Phantom was definitely an eye-opener. Suddenly, Frenzied Sword gasped. Wait, what? Staring straight ahead, he gripped the railing and watched the crowd packed inside the chain-link fence. What is this place? Why are they all locked up like wild animals? Lu Cheng hung his head. That is the high-risk quarantine zone. Everyone with the stone plague is caged here to stop the infection. Han Xiao was stunned. Wait, is that the crazy infectious genetic mutation I heard about? Down in the pits, a zombie was clawing its hands desperately against the wire fence. Guards in hazmat suits opened fire instantly. 2 rounds slammed into its chest, spraying blood everywhere. It was a total mess down there. Another guy just watched his buddy collapse from the sickness, his eyes totally blank and indifferent. Lu Cheng kept explaining, yeah, there is no cure. To stop the outbreak from spreading, we have to lock the infected away. Below us, workers in protective suits hauled the body away and started dousing the entire area with disinfectant. Meat Bun watched the whole thing totally stunned, cold-blooded. Lu Cheng just shrugged like there was no other choice. It started with only 12 people. But one guy knew he was a goner and escaped the quarantine. Now we are looking at over 300 infected cases. Suddenly, the system interface popped up with a notification. New quest. You have activated the source of the stone plague. Mission brief. The Black Pine settlement is currently being ravaged by a deadly outbreak. What can you do? Task 1, find the source. Task 2, slow the spread. Task 3, find a cure for every single person trapped in here. He swiped through the screen looking bored. These newbie quests are a drag. I need to go find some actual rookies anyway. I need to recruit more players into the mechanic class. He saw his 2 sidekicks cheering about the new quest. Time to exploit some free labor. If these players finish the quest, do I get the loot? Might as well try. Lu Cheng cut them off with a wave. My people have the banquet ready for you guys. Back at the manor, the sun hid behind the clouds, making the whole place feel cold and empty. Han Xiao and Lu Cheng sat across from each other at a luxury table, while Frenzied Sword and Meat Bun absolutely demolished the food like hungry animals. Man, this is delicious. The flavor haptics in this game are insane. Meat Bun spoke up politely. Listen, Black Phantom, I know you said no payment, but I still feel bad. He slid a business card across the table. Here's my number. Call me if you ever need a favor. Han Xiao, thinking it was stupid to turn down free stuff, just scratched his chin and made a suggestion. Actually, I need to borrow a workshop and some materials to craft a few things. Lu Cheng was more than happy to help him out. No problem at all. I will have my people set that up for you right now. He smacked Frenzied Sword on the back, making him choke on his wine. This plague is going to be a total disaster, but I am out once I finish my crafting. But my buddies here will stay to help you out. Frenzied Sword looked at him with puppy dog eyes. Are you dumping me Han Xiao being a total jerk? Just kept tapping his screen and threw some shade back. Stop being so weird. I will be back, and there's plenty of loot in it for you. He accepted his fate. Black Phantom just gave us another quest. We just have to stick around and deal with this plague. We can boost our rep with Black Pine Meat Bun leaned in. Look at all that XP let is do it. Han Xiao rubbed his temples like a tired dad. These two are killing my efficiency. Better if they stay behind. Dawn broke over the armory workshop, signaling a busy new day for everyone. Well, mostly everyone. Han Xiao was busy crafting his new toys. Suddenly, he let out a cheer. Finally, it is done. The system scanned the new hardware. The Sunbug handheld flamethrower, a compact portable fire breather. He read the flavor text, Dancing Firelight. The warmth of its love, Han Xiao cringed internally at the name. What kind of dumb nickname is that? He strapped it on to test it out. Nice and smooth. With 69 strength, I could ignore this weight and move freely. A voice came out of nowhere, catching his attention. An old man named Lei Zhenwu stepped out of the shadows. He was holding a rifle. Is this an electronic kinetic weapon? Which master crafted this masterpiece? Want to sell this gun? I will pay 500,000. 1 million. Han Xiao snapped back. Who the hell are you anyway? The old man introduced himself. I am Lei Zhenwu, the new head technical advisor for Lu Cheng. Han Xiao crossed his arms, searching his memory. Oh, this guy is a legendary master from the same era as Old Lu. After Lu Cheng joined the military, Old Lu invited his old buddy Lei Zhenwu to come and help him out. Zhenwu was obsessed. He pointed at the rifle again. I want this electromagnetic gun. Just name your price, kid. Han Xiao gestured to his rare materials and raised a mocking eyebrow as he asked the old man a question. You think I look like I need cash if money won't work? Let's try a personal touch. The old man pointed to himself and started pitching. Since you're not hurting for cash, I am the master mechanic who can personally school you. I can tell you are low-key desperate to learn from a real master. Trust me, kid, this is a total win. You just stand there giving him a sarcastic side-eye? This old dude has zero master vibes. Then again, this guy is a major player in that secret quest for those 4 rare blueprints. I should definitely link up with him. You are staring like he is a literal mountain of gold, totally creeping him out. He's like, why are you looking at me like that? Han Xiao rubs his chin, thinking. If memory serves, he has advanced knowledge players cannot usually learn. Let us see if I can snag some. Then he gives a sly smirk. I am down to trade, but I want that advanced knowledge. Zhenwu strokes his goatee doing the math. He's curious about the electromagnetic kinetic tech, but it is just not worth a trade for advanced knowledge. Finally, he shuts his eyes and waves it off. I cannot teach you advanced knowledge, but I will trade you gear I made with it instead. Han Xiao lets out a heavy sigh, feeling a bit let down. Man, I knew it would not be that easy. Advanced knowledge is hard to get. Fine, it is a deal. I will build you a new one. Zhenwu's jaw drops. You actually made this gun. You just play it cool, picking your nose and asking something like that? He gives a forced laugh. So your mechanical skills are actually that high? Si Shin, still holding the gun, leans in and whispers some earth-shaking news into the old man's ear. It is not just tech. He is the legendary Black Phantom, that famous assassin from the dark web. Be careful, sir. Zhenwu's attitude flips faster than a movie plot twist. He spins around and strikes a formal pose. He bows low with deep respect. So you are the Black Phantom, my apologies. Please follow me. Han Xiao rubs his nose, feeling totally smug. Real power gets you treated right everywhere. At the high-level researchers' living quarters, the front gate is crawling with heavy security and armed guards. Zhenwu lifts a wine bottle, revealing a hidden button underneath. He just presses it right in front of you without a care. The wine cabinet slides open to reveal a secret room. Zhenwu gestures with pride and says, "Welcome to my top secret vault." They both step inside quickly. He points to a shelf and says, "I have 4 items made with advanced tech. Pick whichever one you want." First up is a jar of blue microorganisms called Nurse Type 1. Injecting these microbes clears negative effects instantly, neutralizes poison, and stops bleeding in the blink of an eye. Next is a glass sphere filled with fermion mist designed to be injected into machinery to drop temperatures and prevent overheating. It basically slashes machine recovery time. Then we have a thin square box with glass plates, the U9 rubber state bullet launcher. When hit, it turns rubbery to absorb kinetic energy, then instantly hardens to trap whatever struck it. Finally, a long rectangular box holding green strands. These are artificial nanofibers, PEO, and they are incredibly tough. They can stretch and bend way beyond their actual volume. Han Xiao rubs his chin, doing some quick math. These are all great, but the first 2 are just consumables, which is a bad trade. My titanium alloy already handles defense. He shakes hands to seal the deal. I will take the PE artificial nanofibers. Jen Wu cannot help but praise him. Nice choice, kid. I also think those artificial fibers are the most valuable things here. He packs them into a suitcase and says with a generous grin, "These are all I have, and they are all yours." Han Xiao is secretly jumping for joy. This is a massive win. With all these fibers, I can finally build the frame for Light Mecha. I am one step closer to my goal of building a power suit. Walking out of the wine room, he asks for another favor. I need something else, but I do not have a buyer. I hope you can help me buy a wildfire mini reactor. Jen Wu looks a bit worried. That is the core energy source for Light Mecha. It is not easy for me to get. I can look into it for you, but it will take months. Plus, the price is going to be incredibly high. You play the rich guy again, acting like this cash is just pocket change. Money is definitely not an issue. Han Xiao heads back to the armory. He gives a big yawn and scratches his head while waving. You two get over here right now. His two followers come running over, and he gets straight to the point. I am leaving today. You guys stay here. I will contact you if something comes up. Meat Bun's eyes go wide and sad. Leaving so soon, Han Xiao smiles to comfort them. Why don't you guys figure out how to solve the Black Pine Plague? As for you, Frenzied Sword, I have been really impressed with the potential you have shown lately. He holds out 2 guns for them. Maybe you have the skills to handle some much better weaponry. Frenzied Sword's eyes light up with pure shock as he asks, "These are for me, Meat?" Bun watches him with literal hard eyes, absolutely dying of jealousy right now. Is this some kind of secret quest perk? If you perform well, the Black Phantom drops rewards. Han Xiao keeps the praise coming. Frenzied Sword, you have serious potential when it comes to actual combat. You could even learn melee skills and become a mechanical martial artist in the future. He nods his head frantically. Really, I was thinking the exact same thing. He turned around, walking away with a wave and a parting shot. All right, I'm expecting you guys to step up your game by the next time we cross paths. Then the chopper blade started thumping as it took off without looking back. Han Xiao stayed locked in, working hard even while soaring through the clouds. He stared at the screen, mind racing. The Crate Light Mecha was top-tier gear, a rare find for any high-level advancement. Usually scoring blueprints like these would mean jumping through some seriously insane hoops. Now the only move is to DIY the mecha myself. Building it piece by piece keeps things safe and boosts the success rate big time. He blankly watched the fusion failed alerts pop up on every screen. Guess the odds weren't in his favor this time. He just had to deal with it. Han Xiao slumped over his desk, bored out of his mind. He was almost out of experience points and needed to hit the newbie village fast. 11 days later at the newbie village in New Province, the scenery was still perfect blue skies, white clouds, and golden sunshine everywhere. People hurried past each other, gossiping as they went. The Black Phantom is here. Aren't you going to learn some skills or grab some gear from him? I'm still 1 experience point short for that. Let me finish this quest first, then I'm on it. The profiteer Han Xiao was perched in his truck, surrounded by piles of smuggled goods, while staring intently at his screen. He pumped his fist as he watched his rank climb from 54 to 55. 3 newbie villages, and he'd raked in 923,000 experience points. Seriously, the player market is a total gold mine. But the hype faded into a quiet worry. He'd hit level 55, and now he needed a class change just to keep leveling up. I'm praying for a simple advancement quest this time. Give me something easy for once. The system asked if he wanted to spend 894,000 experience to level up as an apprentice mechanic. This would trigger the class change quest. He didn't hesitate to say yes. The class change quest popped up instantly. Craft 5 rare mechanical items with an energy rating of at least 60. Han Xiao froze his eyes, going wide like high beams, while his jaw practically hit the floor in shock. He screamed, "Are you kidding me?" He was totally stunned, cursing his own big mouth for jinxing the whole thing. Damn it, what kind of trash luck is this? Is my karma really that bad? I somehow rolled the hardest class change requirements in the game. With an energy rating of 60, low-level gear won't cut it. I've got to craft high-tier purple equipment that actually matches my current rank. Han Xiao poked the screen, feeling totally defeated. His motivation for this quest was basically at 0 now. He decided to just max out his skills first, since the class change felt hopeless. But the system shut him down, announcing he'd reached intermediate mechanical affinity and couldn't level his skills any further. Only 1,022 experience points left. He was practically crying over how broke he was. Experience points never lasted long, easy come, easy go. Now he was dead set on getting rich, no matter what it took. He was finished with the South Province newbie villages. Time for the next spot. West Province supposedly had a hidden quest, so he headed there first. At the Ferrying Group airport, several private jets sat on the runway getting ready to depart. Han Xiao turned and warned the movers to be careful with the rare, expensive materials inside. Anton looked curious and asked, "Where are you heading?" Before he could even answer, Anton started lecturing him, an assassin of his level in West Province. The agents from Maple and Hesla would definitely be hunting him down. Our influence in the West is pretty limited, so you'd better keep a low profile while you're there. He waved him off, saying, "Don't worry, I won't cause any trouble." Meanwhile, at the South Province Darknet base, the whole city looked sleek and wealthy. Everyone was buzzing with excitement. What the Black Phantom actually went to the West Province. Bennett sat slumped in his chair staring at his phone. When the automated recording told him the subscriber he called was unavailable and to try again later, he made a face and started grumbling. I was going to hire him to protect the pilot shelter in the south. Man, that guy moves fast. Then Bennett had a sudden realization. Wait, those stubborn bureaucrats in Maple refused to send supplies. This was the perfect chance to let the Black Phantom flex on them for me. Suddenly, a loud sneeze echoed through the cabin of the jet as it streaked across the sky. Hanshao was scrolling through some online comments, feeling confused. The plane has air conditioning, so how did he catch a cold? Someone must be thinking about him. The comment section was blowing up with fan mail. OMG, I totally love the Black Phantom. I'll literally die if I don't see him. Why doesn't my continent have a legend like him? He leaned back, hands behind his head calculating his next move. Honestly, looking at how things are going, the NPCs have probably started noticing that there's something special about the players. The mutant event is probably about to kick off. Over at the Germinal experiment base, the massive building looked as grand and intimidating as ever. Electrol lay on the freezing surgical table, mind racing. The average level for the other players had already hit level 8. When am I finally going to level up? Why am I stuck here getting dissected and studied by these NPCs? The Germinal biologist, Sebus, sat nearby with his legs crossed, reading through some data. The charts detailed every step of the experiment like a personal diary. A notification flashed on the screen, right in front of Electrol, a forced quest to undergo the surgical experiment. The old man grabbed his scalpel and got to work immediately. Sebus made the first incision across the abdomen, and blood began to flow. He watches closely, calling out results for his assistant to log. Body structure is basic. Everything is normal. No magic parts for a respawn found. Snip the lungs and he dies just like any other normal loser. He is bleeding out. System alert. You died on the table. Since it's special kiss, some XP, goodbye. Cerberus pulls off his mask and backs up. Electrolux sits up, hitting his own heal button while they watch. He yells with joy as 10 seconds later he respawns just like it was a normal day. Cerberus reaches out, touching the blood on the bed and staring at it like a total creep. That surgical table is definitely still soaked. So, freaking cool. What even are you guys? Electrolux opens his eyes with a look that says, you are idiots. Let me mess with you? He points at his face and drops the bomb, your world is a game and I am the player. Cerberus watches him ranting in some gibberish language with his hands on his hips. He just sighs, totally disappointed. Same trash, he said under hypnosis. Just total nonsense. Then Electrol snaps out of it and spots the issue. If I leak real-world info, the system just auto-corrects my language for me. The developers want players to blend into this reality, so they block any real-world intel leaks. Suddenly, Ko Lang appears on the transmitter. Cerberus, what's the status? He gives it to him. Straight, we still have no clue why these mutants exist. I suspect it is some high-level civilization projection spawning a whole new race of people. Can I have more test subjects? He coldly drops an ultimatum. If you are right, the 6 nations follow that space treaty. We will contact other star civilizations, making the mutant mystery our #1 priority right now. This is exactly when we get to chill out. I'll go grab more mutants. You just find me an answer fast. A plane flies over the quiet farm. Han Xiao kicks back, soaking in the good vibes before heading off to the next beginner village. He sees a new text and freezes. Hunt D sent a mission with super specific instructions. Codename Black Ghost. This is a bounty from the big bosses at D. You need to sneak into some Hong Fong official mansions. Drop some files. A contact in Tai Chao will meet you with the documents. Here's the intel on those officials in the spot. Han Xiao isn't feeling it, so he calls right back. Yo, Bennett, what is the deal with this mission? Ben explains it fast. Some bean counters in Hong Fong are blocking supplies from reaching the dark web. These dirty officials are scared of losing their own cash, so they are putting up a massive fight. This gets Han Xiao thinking. Could these supplies actually be for Bennett's secret shelter plan? But he plays it cool, acting like he has no idea what these supplies are even for. He spills everything. No secrets. The organization is working on something big called the Shelter Plan. We had a year to prep, but since war is coming, we need help from everyone. Only Hong Fong said no. This totally chills him out. It really is the Shelter Plan. This is a huge main quest line. I definitely need in on this. Han Xiao looks out the window, totally hyped to help. You guys need a hand with that Shelter Plan. Bennett can't say no to that kind of energy, especially after you stepped up for us back in Song Tiamira. Tinlong was the first to help. We owe you big time, and I definitely need your skills. I'll give you the details when you hit Nam Chao. Han Xiao agrees, but drops a casual reminder. No sweat as long as the loot is good. He just laughs. Classic you. We will talk when you are back. They hang up and the system screen pops right open in front of him. Han Xiao checks the summary. No special loot. Looks like a basic quest. I will crush this in 2 seconds. Afternoon in the Nam Chao beginner village. The Jupiter Guild checks the vibes and asks the Paul Sidon guys nearby, why are you sulking all day today anyway? He looks totally miserable, just complaining and whining. Those pro club players swipe the A rank quest. Now I'm stuck doing chores. This is so boring. Jupiter rolls his eyes at the attitude. Stop acting like you're working hard. We know that club reward is huge. You bought so many skills and items from the Black Ghost that your level is insane now. Boss Sidon just smirks and flexes his stats. Perks of being in Nam Chao with the Black Ghost, right? Watching other guilds cry is honestly the best feeling. Suddenly Jupiter freezes. His voice gets super intense. Hold up, you guys need to check the forums right now. The two guys huddle over the screen, eyes wide as they shout, no freaking way. The Black Ghost is already in Tai Chao now. Biden's face dropped into a mix of disappointment and fear. Is the Black Phantom visiting every village? Our lead is gone. Jupiter tried to keep it cool for the team. We got the skills first so we can still crush more quests. But the hype didn't last. The world chat exploded with news that the Black Phantom was teaching brand new skills. It is called skill refinement. You burn experience points to permanently jack up your power levels. This is a total game changer. Biden was losing it again. No way skills can break their power limits. That kind of tech didn't even exist back south. Like a bolt of lightning, Jupiter suddenly had a realization that hit him like a ton of bricks. Is the loot just going to get better from here? He slumped over, looking like he had just seen a ghost. Poor guy. South players are totally cooked. Our lead is dead, and now we are falling behind. Biden started straight up sobbing like a baby. Night fell on the western village. Han Xiao stepped outside to address the massive crowd of players waiting for him. All right, heroes, I am calling it a night. Back tomorrow. The crowd absolutely lost it. They started screaming in frustration. I have been in line for 2 hours. Well, I have been here for 4. When is it finally going to be my turn? They were desperate for that skill refinement. As the door shut, the outside world turned into a total chaotic mosh pit. Nobody's moving me. I am staying here all night. Han Xiao smirked, feeling pretty good about how things were going. Everyone learns refinement after the first rank, but these players have no clue. He yawned on his bed, feeling totally relaxed. He was farming experience while giving these level 10 players a massive head start with level 20 combat skills. He wasn't hurting anyone. It was a win-win. Suddenly, a new notification caught his eye. A video was going viral. The title, Just Activity. It was the Starry Sea adventure log. He clicked it and was impressed by the massive view count already. The creator was guessing Black Phantom was actually Han Xiao from Star Dragon Intelligence. Han Xiao started doing the math on his secrets. Han Xiao thought back through his many identities. Germinal knows me as Zero and Xiao Han, but they have no idea I am also Han Xiao and the Black Phantom. Star Dragon knows I am Han Xiao and Zero, but they are clueless about the Black Phantom part. Players know I am Han Xiao and the Phantom, and that I worked for Star Dragon. But Zero, not a clue. They haven't touched the Zero intel yet. The dark web only knows the Phantom. He couldn't hide his smug grin. This was perfect. You can't survive this life without some backup plans. Using burner accounts like this makes everything a chaotic mess. On the screen, the narrator Bun Hit Dog was breaking down footage of Han Xiao's little tour through all the newbie villages. I'm calling it now. This is definitive proof that the Black Phantom is the ultimate guide for beginners. He watched the narrator's delivery and nodded. Choosing this Bun Hit Dog guy to spread the word was definitely the right move. Once this video goes viral, my reputation is going to hit the roof. These current features are popular, but there is not enough interaction. I need a main quest line to get players hooked. He turned off the video and quickly fell fast asleep. Before long, sunlight hit the village. Impatient players were already banging on his door, screaming to buy some new skills. Inside, the system pinged with a notification. The reactor was finally finished and ready to be sold. Han Xiao grinned. Talk about a great start to the day. He immediately placed a call to the other side. They told him the coordinates would be sent in 3 days. Cash on delivery. Outside, the mob was starting to lose control. Hey, Phantom, the sun is up. Get your lazy butt out of bed. After the order, his phone buzzed with an unknown number. It was from the border city of Audafin Severus. His face went cold. He had 3 days. Plenty of time to deal with the annoying crowd outside before heading out. Rain was pouring down in Audafan Severusa. The whole place looked gloomy and deserted because of the nasty weather. Inside the command center, the air was thick with tension. Everyone was glued to their long-range monitors. Officers barked orders at the snipers. Wait for the target to meet the buyer, then move in and bust them. Command suspects the buyer is a major political player. We need the evidence in the suspects. Stay sharp, everyone. The supervisor checked in with their top-tier agent, Audafan. This guy is slippery, so keep your eyes peeled for anything. You are our last line of defense. Be ready to move on my mark. He checked his scope and gave a cold reply. Copy that. Meanwhile, soldiers patrolled the border station. Truck rolls in and the guard is already hovering. Papers, please. The driver hands over his ID along with a little extra cash on the side. The guard pockets the cash and looks the other way, pretending he saw nothing. No problems here. Just keep it moving. Han Xiao blends into the crowd while the rain pours down. He lights a smoke, scanning the area. This weather is straight up trash. Need to finish this meeting and find a shower fast. The cafe at the meeting spot looks way too crowded today. Han Xiao takes a sip of his hot coffee and frowns. Something about this place feels off, way off. That guy across the room is acting suspicious. My gut says he is bad news. He's staring at that newspaper, but he definitely isn't reading it. Han Xiao spots the girl in the pink dress. She's pretending to work, but she looks terrified. She ordered coffee but hasn't even touched it yet. My mind starts racing. Who is watching this place? Is it the seller or is there a third party involved? Suddenly my system pings with a notification. A new rank D mission has just been triggered. Mission alert? The mysterious dealer you are meeting is a high-profile Autofan fugitive. News of your transaction has been leaked to the authorities. Bad news. You are now a target too. You have been dragged into a mess you didn't start. Objective: escape the Audi in pursuit. Special reward is currently unknown. Realizing how dangerous this deal just got makes Han Xiao's blood boil. Seriously, my luck is absolute garbage. But I need to stay cool. This fusion reactor is a vital energy core, so the risk is worth it. Time to play it by ear. Right on cue, a new customer walks into the shop. Ola walks in with his face covered and drops a briefcase on the table. He stays silent, giving the room a quick, cold scan. I quickly pop the lock on the case and pull the item out. I hold it up, checking every detail. Han Xiao smirks. It is the real deal. High quality, too. Guess I'm not getting ripped off today after all. My fingers fly across the screen. Not bad. The money is sent, and I will even throw in a little tip for my friend here. Just as the deal closes, every head in the cafe turns our way. Han Xiao snaps the briefcase shut and gives a friendly warning. We are being watched. A second later, he screams at the top of his lungs while bolting for the exit. Run, now! Ola jumps up and scans the room for a way out. He realizes there's no easy escape. He smashes through the glass like a total madman, legs moving like rockets. But the cops are already waiting outside in position. The captain sees his target and immediately barks an order. Damn it, they split up. Get after them. Move, move, move. Gunshots ring out, sending the crowd into a screaming panic. Seriously, why are these NPCs opening fire in the middle of the street? Han Xiao suddenly digs his heels in. I pull a custom pistol from my bag and start blasting. No hesitation. It is time to take these cops head on. Cops start dropping like flies. Han Xiao sneers at them, his voice dripping with pure contempt. You guys really don't know who you're messing with. Out of nowhere, a hand made of water erupts from the pavement and grabs my ankle. Han Xiao looks down in total shock. By the time he realizes what is happening, both of his legs are pinned to the ground. My mind is racing. Since when do they send in actual superpowered special agents for a simple deal like this? All I did was buy a reactor. This is absolute insanity. I grip my gun and spray bullets directly at the ground without a single shred of mercy. Get your hands off me, you creep. You're grossing me out. After a long shootout, the hidden enemy finally shows his face. But talk about out of the frying pan and into the fire. The cops are still breathing down my neck, and it is getting really annoying. I am so done with this chase. Another one. Give me a break. I try to focus on what is ahead, but a police cruiser suddenly drifts right into my path from the corner. Han Xiao uses his momentum to leap up. I am jumping between floors like a pro, dodging bullets left and right. First it was secret agents, now it is special forces. Does this army ever run out of guys? Everything goes quiet under the heavy downpour. Back at headquarters, the supervisor watches the monitors with a worried look. The field team just reported that they lost sight of the seller. Watching the plan fall apart, Nikon slams his fist on the table. Damn it. He quickly radios the snipers. We can't let the buyer get away too. As soon as Mike picks up, Nick snaps at him with a cold command. Mike, take him down. Hearing the order, the sniper narrows his eyes, scanning every inch of the rain-soaked street. Lightning bolts suddenly arc across the buildings. Han Xiao activates his tech, moving like a flash of light while his brain crunches the numbers for an exit strategy. If I can just lose these guys, I can find a spot to change my look and vanish. Right in the middle of the chaos, my danger sense screams at me to stop. I freeze just as a massive volley of bullets comes flying toward my position. These are explosive rounds designed to blow Han Xiao straight out of the sky. The blast slams my body into the brick wall. Man, that is some serious firepower. I shake my head, trying to stay focused on the mess in front of me. A status window pops up with the attacker's details. Agent My Leslie, level 56. Looking at those insane stats, Han Xiao starts to feel a real surge of panic. Why is a level 56 gunner running into a high-level rival like this here? He is on the rooftop watching everything. A cold voice rings through the earpiece. Mike, remember to bring him in alive. He seems pretty damn confident in his skills. Relax, I know exactly how much heat to bring. Meanwhile, Han Xiao is clinging to a hole in the wall trying to escape this mess. Honestly, surviving that was a miracle. Mike keeps blasting at the guy dangling in the wind. Han Xiao panics and activates the last bit of energy in his boots. It is not every day he has to run for his life like a total coward. He has the high ground and crazy damage. I need to get out of his line of fire fast. Mike sneers at the little rat struggling to escape. You think those weird boots will save you? He shifts his machine gun, aiming right at the kid's feet. Let's see how well you run once I turn those boots into scrap metal. Han Xiao hits the pavement and hits the sprint button, pushing his body to the limit to grab any chance of survival. Seeing his target still moving pisses Mike off. Armored boots. Please. Against my firepower, that armor is basically wet paper. Using a bazooka for one guy is pure overkill, leaving Han Xiao speechless as the rocket slams down nearby, triggering a massive explosion. The shockwave slams him into a wall like he is nothing but a grain of sand in a storm. His chest takes a brutal hit, knocking the wind right out of him. Mike is actually annoyed that such a massive blast didn't finish the job. Man, this kid is tough. He pulls 2 more pieces of heavy artillery from behind his back. Mike lines up his shot and lets the lead fly raining down a sea of bullets to see how long the kid can actually hold out. He just keeps shredding that wall without a hint of mercy. After having his fun, Mike suddenly remembers the specific orders his boss gave him earlier. Crap, I forgot I was supposed to keep him alive. Whatever, I will just bring his corpse back instead. From inside the thick black smoke, a cold system voice rings out as the magnetic repulsion field suddenly kicks in. Where did that mechanical energy come from? It actually keeps him alive and lets him fly right out of the kill zone. Mike has never seen anyone with the survival instincts of a cockroach before. Even a pro like him is shocked. The target is still breathing. Han Xiao suddenly whips out a modified gun, deactivating the magnetic field for his weapon as he makes a split-second decision. This is it. The built-up energy creates a spectral bullet that tears right through Mike. Status update. Mike has a punctured lung and is bleeding out. His heavy armor is shredded, but Han Xiao is not celebrating yet. Damn, he is still alive. What a waste. Still, he is not looking to play hero. He makes the smart move and decides to bail. The audience agent has not caught up yet, so it is time to move. His boots flare with energy as he speeds away. The street is dead quiet except for the whistling wind. Mike clutches his wound and watches his target vanish into the night. He radios the base for immediate backup. Report the target got away. We need reinforcements right now, over. Back at Autofan Intel. Nikon is pacing like a maniac. But the backup can't find him. Did the street cameras miss everything? Jackie scans the street footage and turns around. The seller walked straight into a camera blind spot and just vanished. We have compared the combat footage with our entire database. The enemy's fighting style is a perfect match for the Black Phantom, but the look is off. Maybe he is wearing a mask. This report gives him a whole new perspective on his highly skilled opponent. It makes sense why Mike failed. Only someone like the Black Phantom could vanish into thin air like a ghost. Nick is worried he missed something big, so he asks if they have squeezed any more info out of the seller yet. Jackie double-checks the cleared files. Nothing new, sir. We only have the previous call recordings and text messages. They play the recording for him immediately. Hey, how's the delivery? In 3 days. I will send the coordinates later. Cash on delivery, no exceptions. No. Fine, I will send my guys to pick it up. Nick's face turns cold as he realizes the truth way too late. If the seller sent the Black Phantom, then they have to be from the dark web. Meanwhile, Bennett is chilling with some tea when he suddenly sneezes for no reason at all. Over at the Severus Audif border, the atmosphere is totally gloomy, thanks to the never-ending rain. Han Xiao is shouting about the insane price hike. It was 30,000 yesterday and 100,000 today. You're totally ripping me off, man. Odin sighs and slowly explains the situation. Look, things went down in the city yesterday and the checkpoints are closed. Getting you out is risky business. Don't I deserve a little extra for putting my neck on the line? Left with no choice, he hands over a stack of cash. Fine, whatever, you win this round, just go. Once he is safe in the car, Han Xiao finally breathes a sigh of relief. My luck is trash. I try to buy some gear and end up in a shootout with special agents. Can't a guy just stay low for once? Suddenly the phone in his pocket starts vibrating like crazy. Bennett explodes into a storm of words, not giving the guy a single second to catch his breath. Why did Autofan Intelligence just call High Command to complain? They are actually demanding compensation. What did you do? What exactly went down on the Western continent? Han Xiao tries playing the idiot to dodge the blame. Me, I did nothing. You think playing dumb works on him? Nice try. We have a recording of the chat, and that is definitely your voice. Facing that grumpy old lion, Han Xiao stops the excuses. He claims it was for identity protection, but yeah, that clearly didn't work. Relax, okay? Honestly, it is not even that big of a deal. I just scrapped with some Audian thugs, took out a few agents, and wrecked some buildings. Other than that, they were super hospitable. Those textbook excuses leave Bennett totally speechless. Plus, the weather here sucks. It just keeps raining. It is nothing like the chill south. I miss the southern continent. The weather is perfect. Birds are chirping and flowers are blooming everywhere. It is a vibe. His little trick didn't change a thing. How can you just switch the topic like that? You're unbelievable, man. Could that subject change be any more awkward? Seriously, dude. Your survival instinct is basically screaming at you to just get out. It was an accident, all right. I gotta go hanging up now. He acts tough, but Han Xiao is actually starting to sweat. Man, I messed up. I didn't think Audion would get this heated. Now what am I supposed to do? Suddenly a notification pops up right in his face. It is great news. Mission complete. You successfully blocked Mike and finished the job. You helped that mysterious merchant escape and scored 65,000 experience points. Just like that, the dark clouds in his head disappear. So that was the hidden requirement. Glad I didn't ditch the seller. The good news keeps coming as the notification screen flips over. You got a special reward. It is a level 30 character card for the special Olina infiltration mission. Pure glass. His brain is still buffering, trying to figure out who this person actually is. Hanxiao vaguely remembers that face. He is that mysterious NPC who flips all those rare items and supplies. His shop is usually underwater and intel on him is super rare. It is a lucky find. Realizing the massive profit, Hanxiao's face lights up, trading with him again. This is a huge win. Suddenly, his phone starts buzzing against his side like crazy. A familiar voice rings out. The deal was leaked because hackers were tapping my phone. I totally dragged you into this mess. Plus, Autofan came prepared. If you hadn't warned me, I would have been toast. I might not have made it out. I definitely owe you one. Hanxiao is loving this. Helping people actually pays off sometimes. Maybe I can score those rare mech building materials from him. He drops his voice to keep that mysterious vibe going strong. You can just call me Din. I usually don't deal with new guys, but for you, I will make an exception. 20% discount. Hanxiao is so shameless, it is embarrassing. Can we make it more than 20%? Din starts second-guessing this new buyer. Is this guy really the Black Phantom? How can a legendary assassin be this shameless? He doesn't want to blow the deal, so he stays quiet. 20% is plenty. Failing to haggle makes him even more cold. Still, the trade goes through smoothly, thanks to Din's secret card. I sent you the list. Hit me up if you need anything. Hanxiao checks the items he just got, and he is beaming. It is all here. The advanced knowledge and missing mech parts he needed to build his suit. This guy is a total gold mine. He swipes through the floating holographic screen. Okay, I have made my choice. How do we settle the trade? Din's instructions are clear and easy. We meet in person, go somewhere remote in 3 days, send me your coordinates for the delivery. Hanxiao doesn't see any issues, so he agrees. Cool. The call ends, giving him some alone time to check out the new dungeon. Level 30 special dungeon. Infiltrate Olina and steal the classified secrets to complete the test. Simple enough, right? Nobody has cleared this stage yet, so there is 0 data on it. Seeing this makes our young hero's confident heart sink a little. This crystal dungeon looks dangerous. Probably best if I do not mess with it quite yet. Better safe than sorry. Hanxiao keeps scrolling through Din's info. His ability can lower everyone's awareness of their surroundings for 3 whole minutes. There are 2 catches. It breaks if you attack or get hit, and it doesn't work on anyone with intelligence stats over 180. He starts brainstorming different ways to use this unique skill to his advantage. This isn't just some basic stealth or mind trick. It is the kind of power that adapts to your environment. This is definitely top-tier loot. Hidden in the Autofend Mountains, a helicopter sits tucked away between the peaks. Hanxiao starts opening up the bags to check his gear. All those rare items arrived in perfect condition. That definitely makes him feel a lot better about the situation. Everything is finally here. Time to start building that mech suit. The young guy dives into his work, ignoring the sun starting to set. Night finally falls. Hanxiao leans back in the helicopter and lets out a huge sigh of relief. It is finally done. Notifications start popping up one after another. You have successfully created the blueprints for the light mech, the modified King Cobra. This new gear's name is actually Fire. Hanxiao. Yeah, that sounds pretty badass. My fingers tapped the screen to suit up, and suddenly I was just floating there in the transformation zone. Bio-nanofibers wrapped around my skin like a second skeleton, giving my body a massive boost in speed and raw power. Gray armor plates locked over the tech using titanium alloys to crank up my defense without burning through any extra juice. A weird light covered me, adding optical camo to my stealth settings. It bends light for a decent cloak, while these blue shades scan the area with some high-tech electronic sensors. Night vision and thermal views pop up on a hologram tactical screen. These blue-gray power gloves are flexible and don't leak heat, but they're packing a serious punch. Both sides got major electric upgrades. The right hand's got a mini Sunfire sprayer for burning through enemy health. The left hand rocks a force field driver that blasts everything back 20 meters. Also got some steel-toed black boots. Thrusters in the soles let me hover midair. I was fully geared up and ready in just a few seconds. The system even slapped a custom-armored helmet over my face. This mech suit looks sick and totally lives up to the hype. I touched the metal plating just to make sure I wasn't dreaming. Heck yeah, finally made myself a mech suit. Now I've got snipers for range and armor for melee. My combat power is hitting a new peak in this Gobi Desert wasteland. Mutant rhinos with horns all down their spines are still roaming around. There are even dragon things screaming in the sky, ruining the vibe. Creatures infected with the death virus are mutating fast. This whole mess is getting seriously out of hand. If we don't find a cure fast, the entire ecosystem here is going to be toast. Nier checked the map against the real terrain. The scout team looking for the virus source went dark in the valley ahead. They scrambled through the dry wasteland. Time is running out for everyone, so we really need to pick up the pace. Somewhere else, Hanxiao was standing on the bones of some unlucky buffalo. A nasty stench hit his nose. This place smells like death, and the air is probably toxic. Better keep the mech suit on. He tapped a button on his watch to save his lungs. Wrapped in his gear, he took a deep breath and finally relaxed. Installing that air filter and heart rate monitor was a genius move. He fired up the leg thrusters and launched. The mechanical boost made him jump way higher than he expected. Floating there, Han Xiao spotted something weird. He zoomed in on a pack of mutant giraffes far away. His brain instantly clocked it. These mutations are getting way more intense and way more violent. Looks like the boss is close. He changed direction and dropped down to investigate. But the landing was way too loud and the giraffes turned instantly. To alert. My suit's analysis says don't bother. These monsters are total scrubs. No way I'm wasting battery power on them. I will just use my stealth instead. He ghosted right past them while planning his next move. Real enemies would definitely be able to see through this cloak. These beasts are weak sauce. I need to go deeper into the Forbidden Zone to find a real challenge for this suit. Darkness swallowed the world, but Han Xiao left a trail of cold bodies and blood behind him. Even level 42 monsters were getting totally wrecked. For him, this was just a field test. Not bad. The suit is performing exactly like I hoped. Suddenly, the ground started shaking. The ground is trembling and the beasts are spooked. Time to deploy the spider bots. They fanned out to catch any intel or hidden details that might have slipped past me. He grabbed his sniper rifle and stayed alert. The deeper he goes, the deadlier things get. He needs to focus. Up in the sky, birds were freaking out like they knew something bad was coming. The deer bolted as soon as they heard the noise. Luckily, a spider bot managed to hitch a ride. It turned to see where they were heading, and the footage streamed right into Han Xiao's high-tech armored helmet. He checked the live feed. All the beasts are heading one way. There's only one reason for a stampede this big. A lion with a glowing mane was roaring over a dead deer. The Beast King has finally appeared. Yang Dian looked at the scene and got pissed, blaming his partner's powers for the mess. That sound attracts the monsters. Nier's fighting off wolves, totally pissed, and snaps back. Shut it. If you hadn't been so sloppy, we could have ghosted past them. Stop whining and tell me what the plan is now. Their loud bickering catches a pair of eyes. Looks like someone else just broke into the Forbidden Zone. Yang Dian sees the situation is trash and tells his teammates to get the hell out. Beasts are everywhere. We need a spot to hide. But their panic draws the king beast's eye and it lets out a thunderous roar. It orders the herd to hunt down those two poor souls trying to escape. Yang Dian can't help but complain. Damn, how are they so fast? Nier focuses his energy beam on the Beast King, spotting a narrow gap up ahead. You go down first, I'll stall it. But with one swipe of its claws, the attack is shattered in a literal heartbeat. Yang Dian reaches out from the cliffside and grabs Nier's hand. Get in here. He drags him into the shallow hole. Suddenly, the massive Beast King appears right in their faces, making them both jump out of their damn skins. It's not letting go. It's hunting them to the bitter end. The pressure is insane, and Yang Dian's brain is basically fried. We're dead. This gap won't stop it. Near mouth bleeding decides to take one for the team and sacrifice himself. Coughing, he says, I'm just dead weight now. I'll bait it away. You just run for your life, kid. Out of nowhere, a heavy round pierces the beast's eye. Yang Dian is hyped. That's a gunshot. There's someone out there helping them. It roars in pure rage at the shooter. Han Xiao stands there under the moonlight looking down his nose. Found you, King. The king switches targets, stalking toward Han Xiao. A stat screen pops up as the monster lets out a massive pissed-off roar. A level 56 mutant white lion king. It's lost 200 health and is half-blind, bleeding from its socket. Han Xiao taunts the thing, but he's staying sharp. This beast is normally a boss meant for a whole team. Even with my mech suit soloing, this is sketchy. I need to be smart and drain its stamina first. Let's play. He backflips to keep his distance. His feet are sliding like Michael Jackson doing the moonwalk while his guns fire in rhythm. The beast's massive body can't dodge in time. It's tanking a literal rain of lead right now. Feeling its life on the line, the beast lunges forward to take Han Xiao's head off in person. The flexible suit pulls him back, keeping the perfect range for a barrage. The lion's fur is quickly soaked in blood, but it's still got that warrior spirit and refuses to back down. Han Xiao's genius brain sparks a wild idea. Once its health drops low enough, it'll hit a state of total weakness. This is my shot. Time to get close and chip away that health. Yang Dian takes the distraction to haul Nier out of the pit. While that guy baits the monster, we need to move. He's stunned by what's happening. From where Yang Dian is standing, things look absolutely insane. Han Xiao looks like a total psycho charging that monster. Why is he running right at it? Fearing the stranger has lost his mind, he screams out, "Keep your distance! Don't go hand to hand!" Despite the wounds, the king pounces to crush the human who insulted it. Yang Dian and Nier cover their eyes. Over. Han Xiao pops his energy shield against the beast's razor-sharp claws. Yang Dian peeks out and sees a result he never expected. Holy crap, the lion's attack was blocked. Han Xiao kills the shield and starts running to buy more time. In its weakened state, the beast's power is tanking. Han Xiao bends his leg, getting ready to hit back. Timing it to the millisecond, he lands a massive kick. Eat this, you oversized house cat. That heavy hit sends the beast crashing down. Han Xiao lands, eyes locked on his prey, watching closely. Yang Dian is losing his mind. No way. One kick. Who the hell is this guy anyway? Even Nier, totally drained, is impressed. He's never seen a suit of armor like that in his life. Han Xiao doesn't stop. He charges the beast again, his gauntlets humming with electricity. With its injuries, the king's counters are getting slow and sloppy. Hidden behind his helmet, Han Xiao's eyes track every movement, hunting for that one fatal opening. He slams an electric palm onto the lion's head, making it roar. Then, he triggers his flamethrower, torching that pretty white mane. Flames erupt around its head, making it thrash wildly, but in its panic, it actually lands a hit on him. Han Xiao gets slammed into the dirt. But his scanners tell him the truth: this beast is about to meet its maker. It's in a frenzy now. Just a final death struggle. Time to end this drag-out fight. No more face-to-face. Just keep the distance and put the beast out of its misery. He uses his force field to vault over the beast's head, flying past before it can even swing. Thrusters in his boots kick in, sending him into overdrive. Han Xiao zigzags through the air, reaching the peak in seconds. Han Xiao pulls out his sniper rifle, locking his sights right onto the beast's weak spot. One upgraded bullet through the Beast King's temple, and the monster is officially out of its misery. Watching from the sidelines, Yang Dian is straight up shook. One shot, one kill, insane. Han Xiao strolls over to the monster as it takes its very last breath. His helmet retracts, showing off that confident, smug look on his face. Talk about luck that burning will skill. Just hit a massive 4x crit. Han Xiao stands tall, his shadow stretching over the Beast King's cold, dead body. He is holding its massive, pulsing red heart. Finally, the prize is his. The interface pops up right in front of him. Item received, mutated heart. The virus research quest has been activated. Deliver this heart to the Lewis Bio Research Lab within 7 days to score the necrosis virus potion. A smirk creeps onto his face. He got what he wanted. Yeah, this is the exact quest he needed. Handing this over gets him a permanent stat boost and a shot at a rare talent. He carefully tucks the heart into a cold storage box. Yang Dian stammers out a thank you to his savior. Nier limps over too, looking like he is about to beg for a favor. We came to the Law Forbidden Zone to rescue a scout team. They went deep to solve the virus issue, but we lost contact. We were hoping you could help us, he pleads, looking desperate for some sympathy. Please, we really need your backup. As soon as they finish speaking, a prompt appears for Han Xiao to answer. You have triggered the scout team rescue quest. Do you accept just thinking about it as a headache? Dragging a bunch of amateurs through a forbidden zone is way too risky. He shuts them down without a second thought. Do not bother me. I have got zero interest in your side quests. My mission is done. No point wasting time on things that do not matter. But Yang Dian will not let it go. He starts yelling, trying to hit him with a massive guilt trip. They are out there risking their lives to stop this disaster. How can you just walk away? Han Xiao does not care. He just blazes past them like the wind. Do whatever you want, just leave me out of it. Yang Dian watches him go, completely baffled. How can he be so cold? Over at the Louis Research Lab, the place is packed. Han Xiao uses his face-swapping tech before diving into his next objective. A fresh young face glows under the lobby lights. The receptionist greets him with a polite, professional smile. Hello, can I help you? Han Xiao cracks open his case, revealing the rare prize hidden inside. I have the heart of a creature infected with the necrosis virus. The secretary leads him to a high-end office to wait for a moment. Please wait here while I notify my supervisor. Han Xiao just chuckles as he watches her hurry away in a panic. The sound of a door swinging open makes him turn around. What Yang Dian and Niter stumble in, covered in bruises and blood. The elevator doors slide open like it was all staged. Roger steps out with his arms wide to welcome the two survivors. Our heroes. You are back. Yang Dian closes his eyes, sounding defeated. Mr. Roger, I am so sorry. We failed the mission. The old man, his voice trembles with doubt enough to make anyone feel sorry for him. Did the scout team not make it? Nier fights through the pain to report. Sorry they caught the virus. We were helpless. He carefully hands over an old leather bag. These are the scout team's belongings. Inside is a critical sample that could finally track the source of the necrosis virus. Tears start streaming down Roger's face, dripping right onto the leather bag. He gasps out through his tears. The Lewis Lab will never forget what they did. I personally guarantee the cure will be named in their honor. Even the two soldiers cannot hold back their grief for the comrades they had to leave behind. Yang Dian drops one last bitter line. They were heroes. Not being able to save them is going to haunt me forever. Roger puts a hand on his shoulder. Do not blame yourself. Without you, their hard work would have never made it back here. You guys did your best. We have got medical tech here that can patch up those nasty wounds of yours. Yang Dian turns down the offer. No thanks, we have already caused enough trouble for you guys today. As the two guys limp away supporting each other, Roger watches them with pure contempt. Finally rid of that burden, he quickly heads over to talk to Han Xiao. That arrogant back suddenly bows down to greet this mysterious new businessman. Hello, are you the one who brought the mutated heart, Han Xiao? Just taps on the storage box. Yeah, it is in here. Even with Han Xiao's attitude, Roger does not even check the goods. He just says, please follow me. He leads him down a long corridor while explaining that the necrosis virus is actually his most important research project yet. But we hit so many roadblocks because we lacked a live specimen. His sharp face finally shows a look of pure satisfaction. With his heart in our hands, we can finally finish the potion. Once the serum is complete, you will receive a batch for yourself. Sure thing. If you are looking for a different payout, I am all ears. He shuts that down immediately. No way I want the meds. Still, those shady vibes got him thinking. No live specimen. So what is in the case? Roger stays cool but keeps it vague. It is for something else. He leads him to a heavy steel door. No outsiders allowed in the lab, so just chill here for a bit. Han Xiao sits silently on a bench in the hallway. Through the clear glass, he sees exactly what is going down inside that lab. The whole place is wrapped in thick steel and glass for top-tier security. Han Xiao does not hide his smirk. Great soundproofing, but for a level 55 pro. It is like it is not even there. Cold words cut through. Where's the team? All Dead Rocket just keeps on grinning. Exactly. Those two heroes failed. The old fox's sharp eyes scan the two items sitting on the table. They're dead, who cares? At least we got the goods. Rhett acts like it is no biggie, sounding totally fake. Those two idiots actually felt bad for letting us down. Hilarious. The two of them talk trash, roasting the heroes for being naive and crying over a few words. They actually thought they were doing something noble. The next time we need a suicide mission, call them. Han Xiao hears every dirty word. Time to cook up a brand new plan. So that is the play. This lab is sketchier than I thought. They will not give me the meds, so I will play them instead. Scene shift. The elevator doors slide open, cutting the conversation short. Rocket speaks in a smooth musical tone. Making the serum takes 1 day. We have a room for you. You will get the first batch when it is done. With perks like these, he is not about to say no. The massive VIP lounge is eerily quiet, way too quiet. Han Xiao is on his computer. Let us see if this antidote is even real or just some corporate myth. The screen lights up with data. Called it. The antidote is a lie. This is all about combat drugs. He looks totally smug. Everything is going exactly as he planned. The serum gives a permanent stat boost and might unlock some hidden powers. These drugs are rare. He missed out before, but not this time. A quiet day passes while they scheme. Rocket holds a case with the new batch. The serum is finally ready. Stats pop up, low concentration. They really tried to hand me their low-quality trash. Han Xiao plays along. I am satisfied. Deal is done, so Rocket immediately shows him the door to keep his secret safe. But no way is he letting them pull the strings. That's great, I want more. You guys have any more in stock? He plays hard to get, teasing the demand. We only sell bulk to long-term high-value partners. Things are tough for us too. Han Xiao just laughs at Rocket's terrible acting. Oh, really? His words hit like a hammer. Look, I am an executive for the Germinal organization. Sea Cucumber Fort. Rhett turns pale like he has seen a ghost. Germinal. Did those guys not pull out of the West Continent? He quickly backs off. Sorry, but your story sounds pretty suspicious. To get inside, Han Xiao pulls out his secret weapon. Fine? Check out this top secret project. That should prove who I am. Armor expands and locks around him. Even the 6 nations do not have tech this advanced. A badass mech suit. I'm doing you a favor showing you this. Do not push your luck, old man. Seeing this breaks his confidence. Okay, let me go talk to the bosses right now. Philip pops up on screen looking doubtful. This armor does not prove he is with Germinal. Han Xiao lies with a straight face. We're keeping things quiet. You want me to shout it from the rooftops? He sounds so legit that they cannot find a single hole. Fair point. Rhett still hesitates, but working with Germinal seems pretty risky. He drops a lure for the greedy foxes. Everything stays off the books. I can even help you expand to Anya. Hunga is the first to bite the bait, leaning in to whisper to Philip. India is crawling with mutant gear. It is a gold mine. Seriously, it is a killer deal. He is acting as the VIP escort for the big shots. Right this way! Roger leads Han Xiao to a high-security vault room. He flashes a fake smile. Welcome to our trophy room. This is our greatest work. What meds are you looking for? Han Xiao scans the room while the cameras and Rocket glare. Using fake goods to scam people? Now he's using them to scam the scammers right back. Cash is no object. I just want to see how deep your inventory goes. Hunga is grinning like a total shark. Big spender right here. Philip snaps at Rhett through the comms. Stay cool and close this deal fast. He turns back with the news. We got stock. Pay up and it is all yours. Han Xiao tests the waters, digging for more. So you keep the good stuff here. How do I know the warehouse stock matches this? Rhett knows exactly what he's asking. Don't worry, it is top shelf. He grabs a test tube from the shelf to prove it. You can test every vial. We don't play games, but the warehouse is strictly off limits. Stats pop up. Stamina boost. Potion +1 lasts for exactly 3 minutes. Not bad, he says, hiding the fact that his original plan just went up in smoke. No warehouse trip today, I guess. But these meds are still a pretty sweet haul. Rhett is sweating bullets, dying to close. So you like it? Can we do this? Han Xiao smirks at the guy's greed while his hand quietly primes the mech armor. Covered in his crate armor, he levels his gun right at Rhett. I will be paying with this. The old man nearly hits the floor. You are a fraud? A warning shot zips right past the guy's ear. The glass behind him shatters. I might be a fraud, but this gun is very real. Open the cabinet. Philip watches the feed screaming, Rock, what are you doing? Move your ass. Trigger the security system. Rhett fumbles blindly with the cabinet searching for the panic button. He slams the red button. Alarms scream throughout the entire building. Hunga growls over the speaker. You are trapped. No way out. Your life belongs to me now. Rock finally stops shaking and finds some guts. Drop the gun and talk. Turrets slide out of the walls while he keeps barking orders. Or I will turn you into Swiss cheese. He stands his ground totally unfazed. Oh, really? He raises his hands and starts coding. The turrets suddenly pull back. The control room watches their own system freak out. What is happening? We lost control. The reinforced glass cases just slide open. Han Xiao grabs a vial. He starts packing the stash like he is tidying his room. Philip is losing it, yelling at the techies. The programmer just throws up his hands. The virus is too fast. He must have planted it yesterday. Their defense is gone. Rhett turns back into a total wimp. Please do not kill me. Han Xiao gives him a pass. Feeling bored, he decides to lecture the coward shaking on the floor. I am no psycho. I would have paid, but you guys are just plain annoying. He brings up yesterday. Those two kids were losers, but they had hearts of gold. A free lesson in beating a decent human. It is cheap, but it is all yours. World is full of snakes, but karma always comes for guys like you. Philip is losing his mind. Lock the exits. Send the guards. Get Red Maple on the line right now. Steel doors slam shut. Han Xiao sneers at the effort. You think this stops me? The boot thrusters roar to life. In the blink of an eye, he smashes through the ceiling with his loot. He lands on the roof unscathed. A wall of guards is waiting for him. Freeze, you are surrounded. These shrimp think that they can slow him down? Just floating in the wind, whining about only being here a second? Han Xiao slips away in a heartbeat, laughing at those total amateurs in his head. Philip watches the chaos, speechless at these losers. When is the Red Wind Army arriving? The tech guy reports back instantly, at least 10 more minutes. Cold sweat drips down his face. 10 minutes is way too long. He clicks the mic to call Rites. Rates those two superhero wannabes are still in the city. Contact them now. Over in a small apartment, Yang Dian screams, What? That phone call makes him bolt upright. Apparently some thug just made off with all the valuable research data, including the virus cure. Nita rips the IV needle out of his arm without hesitation. Yang Dian smashes his cast, losing his mind. Damn it, the investigation team literally died to get that cure back. The two rookies rush out. He speaks up for the squad, all heroic and stuff. We have to help. Reed smirks, knowing the suckers fell for it. He sounds sweet, but he's full of lies. Great, you guys are our only hope. I'm sending the coordinates right now. Somewhere else in the city, a cool breeze rustles through the leaves of the tall trees. Han Xiao is just chilling on some rooftop, enjoying the breeze. He happily pats the sack of loot by his side. With all these meds, I can basically drink them instead of water. The system suddenly flags a threat. Two pursuers are closing in fast. Level 30. Yang Dian aims his gun right at him and barks, Don't move! While Nita asks soft questions like, Why you? He's blindly fighting for a totally fake version of justice. Look, you saved our skins before, but we can't just let you walk off with that cure. Han Xiao ignores them completely, focusing on a new mission window. Hero Trial. Task defeat Yang Dian and Nita. Exposing the truth about Lucis research offers a random reward. This new quest is starting to look like fun. The cure. You guys are basically getting sold out and thanking them for it. But hey, this random reward makes it worth it. Yang Dian charges energy into his hands, sending out shockwaves that literally start cracking the building's structure. Han Xiao leaps back to avoid the crumbling floor. Then he powers up and lunges straight for the guy. Yang Dian's tired eyes are suddenly filled with pure terror. A massive blast of energy hits him dead on. The intense force sends him flying into the concrete wall right by the emergency exit. Blood pours from his nose and mouth after the impact. Clutching his gut, his mind goes totally blank for a second. This guy's power is insane. Unable to strike back, he's forced to watch this totally one-sided beatdown. Nita lunges at Han Xiao without even thinking of a plan. Eat my fist, you jerk. Too many openings. Han Xiao lazily throws a side kick that sends Nita flying. Yang Dian watches in horror as his buddy hits the wall. Han Xiao is bored watching these two losers play the hero card. You doing okay over there? Forget me, stop him, don't let him escape. Knowing he's outclassed physically, Yang Dian tries to talk his way out of it. Taking that virus cure away is going to get a lot of people killed. His hero complex kicks in. Even if I have to die today, despite the pain, he drags himself up to protect everyone. I have to stop you. Han Xiao honestly cannot wrap his head around what these guys are chasing. Die hero. And what do you get? Wilting flowers, empty praise, and a few useless tears. Is that really all you want? He ignores the logic, his brain still fuzzy. I don't care about others, as long as I'm satisfied. Han Xiao aims his gun at Yang Dian, testing his hero spirit. Oh, really? Yang Dian closes his eyes, waiting for the end. 2 tears roll down as he thinks of the memories he can't replace. His parents waiting for dinner, his sweet wife, everything he is leaving behind. His daughter's smile in the sunlight, it all blurs into a pool of beautiful memories he never wants to forget. The cold click of this trigger is like a morning alarm shattering his dreams and waking him to the harsh reality. Yang Dian's voice shakes as a million questions start racing through his head. What is going on? I'm not dead, no bullets. Han Xiao ignores the confusion, forcing the dreamer to wake up right now. Why I spared you doesn't matter. What matters is what you were thinking. Yang Dian just keeps sobbing quietly. Han Xiao tosses him a USB drive like it's spare change. Take it. The drive lands in the dust. He picks it up feeling strange. It's a drive containing footage from their previous hideout. Yang Dian lies in bed thinking. Facing death changed him. I thought my beliefs were unshakable, but they just broke. I'm really not as tough as I make myself out to be. My hands are shaking from all these thoughts. I wanted to be a superhero, but now it just feels like a bad joke. Nier spots something big and calls him over. Lao Yang, you need to see this right now. The sheer panic in his voice has Yang running full tilt. The screen displays a set of data that leaves Yang staring in total disbelief. Necrotic virus enhancements. He struggles to contain his rage as the veins on his forehead bulge. The Lucy's Institute is actually cooking up body-modifying serums and deadly biochemical weapons. That RES punk played us from the start. Meanwhile, across town, Han Xiao is just strolling down the sidewalk dragging his suitcase. Suddenly, a notification pops up saying the hero trial quest is officially complete. A mystery reward drops. Yang's favorability goes up by 40, and Nier's goes up by 42. But our guy isn't exactly celebrating. This is it. Why the hell would I even need favor points from those two losers anyway? Han Xiao lets out a long, annoyed sigh on the quiet street. Whatever, at least I walked away with a massive haul of experimental serums. Showing those guys the lab's true face counts as my good deed for the day. Cut to the scene inside the building. It looks like a total post-apocalyptic nightmare. Dust hangs in the air and bodies are scattered near the blast holes. Philip talks nervously to his boss on the phone before finally hanging up. Fine, we'll hunt down exactly who this thief is and get you the answers you're looking for. He lights up a cigarette, visibly stressed by the whole situation. This is a massive disaster that Brat managed to snatch some of our most critical serums. The investors are breathing down our necks for those drugs. This little stunt is seriously hurting our bottom line. Philip orders his team to use the Institute's name to squeeze the Sprout organization. He also puts a massive bounty on the dark web. He wants that jerk's head on a platter no matter the cost. Meanwhile, the guy behind all the chaos is sitting back laying out test tubes like he's at a flea market. He's pumped to try out the new loot time to see if his luck holds up. He grabs a random blue test tube and decides you're the lucky winner. Unfortunately, the system's analysis of this particular item isn't looking very promising. Green lizard serum, 23.3% concentration. Derived from lazy lizard genes, it'll basically just make you feel way too relaxed and kind of lazy. Han Xiao is fuming because his top pick turned out to be total junk. Damn you, Lucis, what's even the point of researching something this useless? He's totally speechless at this cruel fate. Is his luck stat really this bottom tier? He grabs another bottle and chugs it down like a cheap smoothie from a street stall. Raptor serum plus 3 permanent agility. This one's decent, but too bad the effects don't stack. There are 4 identical red bottles on the bed that he's pinning his hopes on high-concentration necrotic virus serums with a chance to unlock a special hidden talent. This is the high-tier loot that players use to literally kill each other for. He holds his breath and chugs the wicked liquid. Damn it, that tastes absolutely disgusting. Well, they say bitter medicine works best, and that's definitely the case here. You've used the necrotic virus serum, plus 3 permanent strength. With every bottle he downs, another notification pops up showing his stats getting an insane boost. You've used the necrotic virus serum, plus 3 permanent strength. You've used the necrotic virus serum, plus 4 permanent strength. He powers through the gross taste to reach the very last bottle. Man, none of the serums triggered a rare talent yet. All his hopes are riding on this final bottle. The physical changes have Han Xiao feeling pretty good. He can feel his internal stats shifting, boosting his overall spirit. Wait, what is this? Did it finally trigger a new info bar appears? You've awakened an extraordinary physique. Plus 10% health, plus 180% recovery, and plus 8% status resistance. His heart sinks as he realizes his luck is still trash, a rare talent for enduring physical punishment. He thought he'd struck gold, but this is honestly just absolute garbage. Why would a mechanic need this? Meanwhile, total darkness swallows the Sprout base. He bows low while reporting to his superior. The head of the Lucis Institute claims some high-ranking official from the Sea Cucumber Court stole a massive cache of their serums. Being framed out of nowhere like that has Grey Wolf completely losing his cool. Damn it. Ever since our troops grouped up in Andia, every 2-bit loser out there thinks they can just walk all over us like we're nothing. He squints at the stills captured from the security footage, carefully scrutinizing every single angle of the advanced power armor Han Xiao is wearing. The specs on this mech suit are insanely powerful. Grey Wolf stays silent, making sure not to show any weakness. If we could get our hands on this tech, Our organization's solo combat power would skyrocket. His hands are literally shaking with pure rage. Who the hell developed this new type of armor? Could it be the Six Nations? His voice is low and steady as he orders the dark net to track the guy in the video. I want to know every single thing he does. Li Qin takes it all in and obeys respectfully. He's sweating trying to find the right words for some urgent news. Boss, there's one more thing. Lately, the mutants have been actively avoiding our capture squads. A lot of them are actually starting to fight back. Our operations are taking a hit. We only managed to bag 2,103 mutants. He shifts the subject. Is there any progress on the Cerberus research? Lon flipped through the report to grab the highlights. These mutants are driven, but they're totally clueless about normal stuff. They're speaking some bizarre languages, and it looks like they have a secret way of staying in touch with each other. Cerberus says these mutants are like ancient people who just time-traveled into the modern world. Kolang thought he heard wrong. Ancient people? Did the Six Nations give any reaction to them yet? He asked, keeping his tone strictly professional and serious. Intel says the Six Nations sent out contact teams to test the waters, trying out all sorts of different approaches with them. Kolang thought it over and issued orders to fire up his crew. The Six Nations' greed won't stop just because some mutants showed up. Double down on the mutant captures. I have a gut feeling they are our big chance to win this entire war. Over in Maple Leaf City, inside a gorgeous old mansion, Haynes is busy reporting in. He noticed the main gate needs a specialized entry system. The massive garden is crawling with armed guards who look seriously on edge as they pace around. Outside the estate, there are 2 squads on patrol with 1 more inside. That is 18 elite agents in total. Doracy climbs into his car surrounded by guards. Every morning at 8 a.m., he heads out in an armored ride with 2 backup squads. He slumps on a bench, constantly mumbling to himself. From 6 p.m. to 7, the security detail stays glued to his side. Luden walks up to the stranger with a heavy stare. Who are you? Let us see some ID right now. Haynes pulls out his papers and goes full Oscar mode, acting like a pathetic homeless guy. Once the guard buys the act, he snaps at him to get lost. The old man does not want to hang around either. Sure thing, kid. I am leaving this place right now. Once he is off the private property, the old guy wanders back into the crowded streets with the rest of the world. Old Han grumbles to himself about being crazy enough to work with these rookies after retiring. On the other end, Niena is already annoyed and doesn't hold back. With all that yapping, we should have just left you back in the sticks. Even though he is old, his ears are sharp enough to catch every word. Then why ask for my help? Ryan says into the phone with a flat voice. Me and Bennett. We do not vibe at all. I am not looking for him. Moving during the day is too risky. It is better if we corner the target once the sun goes down. Han, just get back here so we can talk strategy. Hopefully things stay quiet. Meanwhile, at the Starlight Safe House in Maple Leaf. The sky is looking pretty gloomy today. Ghostblade lights up a smoke to take the edge off. He starts poking at Kim Ho for some info. How do you think that black ghost guy became a dark web ace so fast? She flashes back to the moment she first locked eyes with him. He's got some weird habits, but you cannot deny the guy has got some serious skills. Ghostblade takes a long drag and starts hyping himself up. Please. I do not believe some random street-level hitman is actually more skilled than a professional agent. The front door swings open and the manager politely invites Han Xiao inside the house to meet the others. Mr. Black Ghost, your guests have been waiting. He spots a familiar face and gives Kim Ho a polite nod. Oh, so you are the welcome committee. You are looking better than last time. She is not flattered at all. It actually gives her the creeps. Do not you go catching feelings for me. Give me a break. Ghostblade steps up to intimidate the new guy. I have heard about your reputation. They say you are a real legend. This meathead tries to act tough, but he does not look like much. Kim Ho does not want a scene, so she quickly jumps in to stop them. Do not be so quick to judge. We have a mission. Focus on the intel first before you start something. 5 files hit the table. We have got 5 targets, all high-ranking officials. Their homes are crawling with guards, and they never go out without a heavy backup team. She gets serious and starts breaking down the most important details found inside those files. These are blueprints of the target mansions, plus we have got the security strength and the local police patrol routes mapped out near them. Ghostblade keeps yapping like he is the smartest guy in the room. I've already mapped out our move. Just follow my lead and we are golden. He slaps a hand on Han Xiao's shoulder, acting like he is the big boss of this operation. I used some pro-agent symbols on these maps. If you are confused, just ask. Han Xiao ignores the clown and asks Kim Ho for the real mission. Since she already memorized the whole thing, she does not even need the papers to explain the plan clearly to him. We plant incriminating evidence where they will find it. Once they see their lives are at risk, we will have more than enough leverage for blackmail. Han Xiao is already ahead of the game. If I am infiltrating, what are you guys even here for? Ghostblade is still lost in his ego. I'm just here for the intel. The actual heavy lifting is the job of a top-tier ace like you. Kim Ho mumbles that they can provide backup if needed. Realizing these two are useless, Han Xiao waves them off and cuts their shift short. Forget that. This job is light work. I am doing this whole thing solo. Ghostblade's ego is so huge he thinks Han is actually surrendering. Yeah, just follow my lead, he says. He has no clue his trash plan just got rejected. This plan is straight garbage. I will do it my way. Shocked by the cold shoulder, he tries to argue for his own relevance. This is the master plan I slaved over, and you don't even get the goal. My words are just noise to Han Xiao, huh? This job is a cakewalk. I shut the door to drown out that idiot's yapping from the other side. Stick to the plan or we're toasted. Stay quiet and track Darashi, the target just bailed from the government building. Seeing the mark surrounded by those elite bodyguards makes my fingers itch for some action. Guards are everywhere, so going loud is a no-go. Han Xiao flips the script better to sneak into the escort team. That driver looks like an easy mark. Sucks to be in Gaston right now. Caught him slacking in the shadows and he's exactly who I need. Pulling a total Conan move, I jam a sedative into his neck. Then I start dragging his heavy butt across the concrete. Left him stripped naked on the roof. Han Xiao finally catches a breath. That's a heavy dose. He won't be waking up for hours. I dust off my hands and suit up in the new gear. Suddenly, the boss starts barking orders from downstairs. Right as the team gathers, my makeover is complete. I'm in. The black convoy starts rolling down the empty street. Han Xiao keeps his eyes glued on Darashi in the next car. Once the target hits the house, it's time to plant the files. My sixth sense starts screaming the danger is close. I turn my head to see what's coming. 3 bazooka rockets scream out from a nearby high-rise. The convoy takes the hit straight to the face. Total destruction. It's a bloodbath. Only Dora's car is still standing, barely. One lucky guard tries to crawl out, but a single bullet ends his day. Darashi is shaking like a leaf inside. What are you doing? Niena gives him a look colder than ice. Cut the crap and get out here. That's when he realizes he's completely boxed in from every side. A sniper, you guys went through a lot of trouble just for me. He steps out of the car knowing he's got 0 options left. Han Xiao is in the cheap car, so he's pretty banged up. Covered in grime and blood, he looks up to see who crashed the party. Damn it, talk about bad luck. Why does everyone want a piece of this old guy? Niena senses someone watching her. Still got a survivor. She starts walking toward Han Xiao 1 step at a time. I pull up her stats. Level 60 mechanic Niena. Just seeing that makes me break out in a cold sweat. Crap, how is there a boss here on the same level as Bennett? I secretly prime the shockwave in my boots to find a way out. Someone this strong hitting a red maple official? There's definitely something fishy going on. Time to bounce. My body blurs as I tumble out of the smoking wreck. Niena levels her gun at me, looking totally confused. Where do you think you're going? Massive explosions rip through the ground right next to me. I can't even find a place to plant my feet. My lungs are burning and I'm gasping for air. Seriously, you really want me dead that bad? I reach out and spark my weapon to fight back. I pull out the platinum blade to swat this fly. Don't push me, lady. The blade grazes her arm as I drop in from above. My left hand isn't just sitting there either. My veins are popping as I slam a fist into Nina's temple. She spits blood. We both back off to catch our breath for a second. Niena keeps a sharp eye on the kid. His moves are definitely not normal. After a few rounds, Han Xiao sees the path. I'm in control here. She might be high level, but I've got the raw power advantage. Niena catches that smug grin on my face and loses her mind. She charges straight at me with everything she's got. This old lady is going to teach you a lesson? She drives a high-powered fist right into my chest. Drop dead, Han Xiao takes the hit and coughs up a mouthful of blood. My face is a mess, but I'm still in this. Good thing the magnetic armor soaked up that blast. As long as I stay close, I can slowly chip away at her health. The system pings with a mechanical alert. You just took 68 damage. Magnetic armor durability is down 21 points. Niena isn't letting up. She's already winding up for a nasty kick. Han Xiao reacts fast to blocking with both arms. Even then, the force sends him flying back. That woman hits like a truck. Dosari just stands there totally lost watching these two absolute units tear each other apart. Is one of my guards actually a high-level Esper? Does the boss really value me that much? While he's busy daydreaming, the fight is hitting a breaking point. Niena lunges into the air just in time to dodge Han Xiao's lethal blade strike. She feels suppressed and shouts for help. This guy is a total freak. Han quit playing around and helped me finish him. The old man watches through his scope from the rooftop. You're too close to him and he's moving fast. There's a 50% chance I hit you instead. Suddenly, Haynes spots something else on the radar. A fleet of red maple armored military vehicles is charging toward the scene. Damn it, red maple reinforcements are already here. His voice crackles through the comms with a grim order. Fall back. Niena spins around and leaps away to bail. Roger that. Han Xiao tracks the 2 high-level martial artists as they both fall back. When 2 maxed out version 1.0 characters show up together, you know things are about to get real. He grabs a gun lying on the curb, thinking it might trigger a hidden quest. No way he is letting her escape now. Determined to catch her, he pumps raw energy into the weapon with total focus. This woman is not getting away. The supercharged bullet tears right through her shoulder, but it is not enough to stop Niena from vanishing behind a brick wall. "I will remember your face, kid," Cindy the guard captain yells as the enemy scrambles off toward the northeast. He barks out orders for Platoon 2 to hunt her down immediately. Meanwhile, Han Xiao turns away frustrated. He missed her leg and let his prime target slip through his fingers. Doriasi reaches out to shake the hand of his savior. Cheating death like that has him feeling absolutely on top of the world. "Thanks for the save, man." While Darashi has his guard down, Han Xiao quietly slips a thumb drive into the guy's pocket. The system instantly confirms the quest completion. Objective intimidation. 1 out of 5 blackmail files delivered. Han Xiao cannot help but grin, simply saying, "Just doing my job, sir." Darashi grabs his hand eagerly, asking him to be a personal bodyguard for double the pay. Talk about a sweet deal. But Han Xiao smooth talks his way out of it, saying he is not looking for a career change. That playful tone is just a mask for his serious thoughts. What kind of secret is this old guy hiding to get targeted by level 60 powerhouses? Darashi turns to question Daniel. "Lieutenant, did you ID the attacker yet?" Even though he was the last one on the scene, he seems to have all the details. That agent from Hun Ren used to be a beast on the old battlefields. Total legend back in the day. This old geezer vanished for decades, so why the heck is he showing his face now? Han Xiao freezes the moment he hears that familiar name. Wait, it is her. He digs through his old memories, hearing Bennett's haunting, mournful voice echoing through the wind once again. This is where my friends and comrades are buried. They were truly honorable people. Memories flash through his mind like a movie. In his past life, Bennett is biggest shelter. Had a small hill with 3 gravestones on top. One of those stones actually had her name carved right on it. That is right, when players met them before they were already dead. But now they are alive. There has to be a hidden plot here. Darashi's voice snaps him back to reality. Augustin. To show he is legit, the guy personally handles all the work arrangements for Han Xiao. Go home and get some rest for today. Lieutenant Daniel will handle the rest. Han Xiao strolls away, totally ignoring the eyes watching him from the shadows. Daniel scowls, his sharp eyes flickering with a dangerous vibe. Why is the Secret Service hiding someone this dangerous? I need answers. Outside the Red Maple gates, at the Harry residence, guards are still on high alert. Han Xiao pulls out his binoculars to scout the heavily armed soldiers ahead. Luckily, the other targets head home at night, unlike that unpredictable old guy Darashi. He quickly puts together a rough plan for the night. Time to move fast, finish the intimidation mission, and then go check out what Niena is up to. Han Xiao uses his movement skills to leap over the guard post and bait a security guy. Just as the guard tries to sound the alarm, he gets silenced instantly. Slipping into a guard uniform, Han Xiao uses his face changer to flip his identity in a heartbeat. It only takes him a few minutes to track down the main office. He successfully drops the second thumb drive in the study. The officials will find it first thing tomorrow morning for sure. Behind his calm face, Han Xiao, his confidence is seriously skyrocketing. Done and done. Next up is Miller Senning. The mansion looks like a total ghost town tonight. He leaves the thumb drive sitting right on the owner's desk. Han Xiao slips in and out like a literal phantom. It did not even take any effort. Final stop, dark. 1. Finetti. Stealing someone else's identity has basically become a fun little hobby at this point. Han Xiao quietly sneaks his way into the study on the top floor. He drops off the last thumb drive and sighs. This was way easier than he expected. That is the last one. Suddenly, the door swings open. Han Xiao locks his eyes on it, ready for whatever goes down. Turns out the old guy just had to wake up in the middle of the night. Waking up twice in one night. Man, you really cannot beat getting old. He feels someone watching him and stares into the study, confused. From his view, Han Xiao looks like the Grim Reaper coming to collect his soul. The old man's fragile heart starts racing until he can barely breathe. His throat tightens up and he can only choke out a few final words. His elderly body collapses to the floor, his face frozen in a look of absolute pure terror. The system drops a total shocker. You have successfully eliminated Dark 1 Finetti. Intimidation mission complete reward. 120,000 FB experience points. Blood Pact. Favorability just jumped to 4,450 out of 6,000. He's totally confused. Like, why did the guy just die? Look, I didn't do a thing. Meanwhile, over at Darashi's mansion, the lights are still on and nobody's sleeping yet. He's scanning the files on that thumb drive. Han Xiao slipped him. He's literally shaking because the person behind this data is so insanely arrogant. This is pure blackmail from a bunch of thugs. It's so serious that Darashi is ordering his crew to move right now tonight. Go contact those officials who hate the dark web. Get some intel. Rowe waits for him to finish before speaking up. Sir, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Every official against the dark web got a death threat. Finetti was threatened right on the spot. Han Xiao's random move just sent a massive shockwave straight through Darashi's head. What looks like we've got no choice but to give those low-life punks exactly what they want. Inside a generic building hidden in the city, Ryan pulls a bullet from Niena's shoulder. He's a pro at patching up some pretty nasty wounds. Nina's feeling down about the morning. Such a simple mission and she blew it. Embarrassing. Ryan just straight up blames his teammates. Haynes' intel was garbage, it's all on him. Suddenly hearing his name, the old man wasn't about to just take it. That's bull. Augustus has a totally clean record. The guy we fought was a fake, definitely not one of the Red Maple crowd. Getting to the point he only wanted to know one thing. Haniz digs through his computer. Looks like a dark web guy. His target is also Darashi. Hearing this, Niena jumps up totally worried. Only old guys like Bennett have that kind of power in the dark web. Looks like the web finally has some fresh blood. Haynes grabs his phone since the job is unfinished. If you want to know who it is, just ask Bennett. The phone rings inside the White Mansion. Bennett is shocked anyone would even call him at this hour. Hana didn't expect you to call. Thought you retired. Haynes' voice blasts through the line like a freaking waterfall. Ryan says there's something big you need to help with. I owe him a favor, so I'm stepping in. But I've got questions. Did you send someone to Red Maple? Bennett listened to the report yesterday, and honestly, he didn't even know what to say. I don't know if he's unlucky or if you guys are the ones cursed. Inside Ryan's base, Haynes just wants the facts. Who is he? Bennett decides to be nice and drops a serious warning. You looking for trouble with him? Don't. If you mess up, he'll end you. Nina remembers their fight and nods in agreement. Yesterday was a fluke. I'm not looking for revenge. Hearing that Bennett finally tells them his name, Black Phantom. Just remember, do not pick a fight with him. Ryan jumps in saying they should be friends since they already fought once. Tell him to work for me. But he gets a polite rejection. My relationship with Black Phantom isn't the kind where I give him orders. I can ask, but I've no idea if he'll help. At the safe house near Red Maple, Kim Ho is shocked Han Xiao's back. What, you finished the mission already? Even Ghost Ring's jaw hit the floor for the exact same reason. No way. Based on my perfect plan, this should have taken at least a week. The kid talks like it's no big deal, basically a total flex. I told you I didn't need your plans. Your plan was basically a game for kids. No real-world value. That unfiltered trash talk really burned the arrogant purple guy. Suddenly, the phone in his pocket starts vibrating like crazy. Han Xiao slowly reports the results. The job you gave me is done. Though surprised, Bennett cuts him off to change the subject. I knew you wouldn't fail, but I've got something else. Sounds like you ran into some enemies. They're actually friends of mine. Han Xiao fakes a surprised look. Oh, what a coincidence. Bennett knows his personality, so he brings up the past. You didn't lose. When we first met, you weren't this strong at all. Your growth is truly insane. One compliment makes him feel godlike. You called just to praise me. Keep going, don't stop. I can handle it. Dealing with such a thick-skinned guy makes Bennett cringe. Haynes wants me to pass a message. He wants your help. That earlier fight was just a misunderstanding. He sounds doubtful out loud, but inside he's actually finding this pretty entertaining. No way. A hidden quest just lands in my lap. He's afraid of being overcharged, so he stays quiet. Can't let Bennett notice. Han Xiao leaves the door slightly open for his new client. It's not that I can't help it. If they're your friends, they're mine too. I won't hold that little scrap against them. Bennett's been around long enough to know what that means. Fine, I guess I owe you one. It looks like I owe you a lot. Right, Han Xiao keeps the connection going. Pay it back slowly. As soon as that call ends, another one comes in. Haynes' deep voice rumbles right into his ear. The name is Haynes. We met yesterday, remember? You stay chill lighting a cigarette while checking him out. Bennett filled me in. Seems like you're desperate for a guy with my specific skill set. What is the deal? Instead of being straight, the old man starts the conversation with some cryptic mystery talk. It is about a massive secret buried in history. The quest notification pops up the second he says it. You just triggered a secret rank A main quest called Aquamarine. It totally catches you off guard. An A rank secret quest. Han Xiao heads straight to Ron's base that very night to start. Hannes is hyped to work with a pro like you. Even though we just met, I know you are the right person to help us out. I owe you a huge favor. You grin thinking about your new debtor. Plenty of people owe me. Welcome to the crew, old man. You play it humble. It is nothing. Just give me the details. Haynes starts explaining why the team needs you for this high-stakes heist. This whole thing is about the plot to grab Dorsey. Just yesterday, he was involved in some super classified government operation. Back when kings called all the shots, the royal word was law. Whatever the king said was totally set in stone. The East is dry this year. Cut them some slack on taxes. Haynes breaks it down simply. Before the big war erupted in the old era. Red Maple used to be a chill mid-tier government. They were not some crazy, powerful empire, just average. But sticking to those old-school ways did not work for the people, as things started changing fast. When the war kicked off, the government hiked up the taxes. Most folks understood and actually stepped up to help. Those hardworking citizens were ready to put in the effort for their country. I had my taxes ready to go. In exchange for some honest protection, people felt it was their duty to defend the nation. But every time an era shifts, chaos always hides some pretty dark and nasty secrets in the shadows. Once the war ended, the Red Maple bureaucrats got greedy. They ditched their kind ways and started craving power and money. They turned rotten and started crushing the common folk. Families lost their homes and were forced to live as refugees. People could not survive anymore, and tensions exploded. That peaceful society was long gone. History was about to write a bloody new chapter as the masses fought to stay alive. After Prime Minister Unrick pushed through those brutal new tax hikes, things got ugly. The angry public finally snapped. They grabbed whatever weapons they could find and fought back. It was a rare moment of unity as the rebels stormed Unrick's mansion together. Cheers erupted from the massive crowd stretching for miles. "Take that dog down!" "Move in," they screamed with pure rage. The city was swallowed by flames. It was a total wasteland looking exactly like hell on earth. Unrick's expensive estate was leveled by the mob's fury. The three most important people in that revolution ended up facing the exact same fate. Unrick, his wife, and their 10-year-old kid were all executed by the rebel leader right then and there. The whole thing was filmed and leaked online, shocking the entire world. That tragic event is still famous even in Han Xiao's time. I know about this. The Unrick assassination from years ago? Haynes closes his eyes, sounding completely bitter about it. 31 minutes after the attack, special forces were ordered to wipe out every civilian involved. The king survived and seized power back. Within just 2 days, the Red Maple government passed 24 incredibly harsh new laws. Tension choked the nation as they divided the people. Big cities started kicking out anyone they deemed low class or useless. People of all ages were shoved behind fences, their basic human rights stripped away in an instant. Meanwhile, the government used the excuse of fighting rebels to arrest, jail, and execute anyone they thought was a national threat. Hannes looks down, his voice getting raspy. Plus, Darashi was one of the guys who actually helped write those 24 laws. But Han Xiao does not care about his rambling. What does any of this have to do with that secret you mentioned? He finally admits why the group exists. Those dark years have been buried deep in the history books for a long time. As people who lived through it, we have to expose the filthy truth of what happened back then. Han Xiao does not get the whole hero act. What is in it for you? The old man just shakes his head. Absolutely nothing. Sometimes folks like Haynes just show up to do the right thing without asking for a single cent. The people of this world deserve to know their own history. Honestly, Han Xiao could not care less about that stuff. Whatever their sob story is, this is a rare, hidden quest. You accept the invite immediately. Fine. I am in. Ryan hands over a very thick file. Here's the intel we gathered. Ryan gives you a bunch of warnings before letting you crack the folder open. Han Xiao fans out the papers for the system to summarize. A new era quest line begins. Find a guy named Old Dickman to grab file number 485. Track down artifacts from a lost research project in the old capital of Western Mountain and South Continent before it fell. Search for cryptic clues in West Continent while following VNER. Find his intel or legacy in North Continent. Make friends with that mysterious loner who is holding all those priceless documents. Intel says he was spotted near the Valley of Mourners. Just finish one of these tasks, and you can wrap up the first round of the quest. Your final numbers and completion rate will determine the specific requirements for the next round of this mission. A 350,000 FB reward, plus a fat bonus is waiting after reading that long, nerve-wracking report about the previous gaming grind. So it is an enlightenment quest. Completing more objectives earns a higher rank and can even trigger several different secret endings for the story. 350,000 for round 1. That is a real main quest. Han Xiao hides his excitement behind a cold, expressionless mask. Rhea sees his confidence and hands over this hot potato right away. Fine. I am giving it to you. Western Newbie Village. A rare, peaceful sunrise appears before him on the horizon. Feng Shui and Tontit are chillin'. Everyone on the forums is debating how NPCs react to players lately. On the ancient planet, they are basically seen as holy angels. Must be nice, Tontit says while analyzing the lore. Mage Bridge players are treated like lab rats until the academies recruit those with high potential and top-tier talent. Those demons in the frozen north do not even care about players. Seems a bit weird, right? Feng Shui stares into space. Beats being dissected by NPCs every single day like we used to be. Escaping that research base was a total nightmare. This guy's rumors sound way too real to be fake. A pro shared a secret. Our planet is cursed, so the developers gave us the Black Phantom as a reward. Feng Shui asks if it is for real. He swears on his honor he is serious. Still, Feng Shui is depressed. The Black Phantom has been MIA for a long time now. Is he actually coming back? A chopper starts circling around looking for a place to land. Tontit stares blankly at the helicopter as Han Xiao steps out like a superstar. He can handle the main quest. Later it is harvest time. These guys miss me. The crowd erupts as they scream for the Black Phantom in his ears. Everyone rushes him like it is a celebrity fan meet. The Black Phantom is back. Finally. I need a refiner, I'm going. Mechanic, do not push me. Get out of the way. Total chaos. Are these players even more hyped and obsessed than they were before? Tontit wants to play? NPCs are all the same. They do not have special reactions anyway. I'm going to poke him. Feng Shui warns him that he will get insta-killed by one move. He ignores the warning. Who cares? I've got plenty of respawns to burn through anyway. Tan Tit screams to get Han Xiao's attention. Dude has some serious nerve to provoke him like that. You are Han Xiao from Star Dragon, now part of the Dark Net, right? He thinks he is a genius. This reveal will totally freak him out for sure. The crowd gets nervous for him. Brave move, I am staying clear so I do not get blood on me. Han Xiao gives a lazy nod. Thinking, yeah, I leaked that info myself. How boring. A player cannot believe how calm he is staying. Tan Tit hates the cold shoulder. If that is how it is, watch me take things to a new level. He tries to taunt him. I want into German will tell me how to do it. Han Xiao flexes. System alert reputation -3. Total panic for him now. What a petty ghost. The others laugh. Play stupid games, win nothing. Han Xiao realizes his power. He could actually lead the whole player base if he wanted to. He clears his throat to command the attention of the rowdy crowd. Listen up. Every word hits like a bomb. War is starting. The 6 nations are teaming up. Do not be fools and join the losers. I will write Dark Net intros. Want Germinal? Get out of my sight. His voice echoes through the deep forest. Check the forums. The Phantom is selling blood-packed alliance letters now. Li Xiao scans the site. Found at 250,000 each. Who has that kind of cash? What even is the blood pact? The big leak is that Germinal is definitely going to lose this war against the 6 nations. He is the ultimate newbie guide. He is legit. I am joining the 6 nations. I know that alliance. I triggered the quest to join the Blood Covenant. It is crazy long and insanely hard. Supposedly it's an assassin guild. Not sure if it's worth it. Huyet Vu gets back to business. Dropping 250,000 to skip this, no way. In a tiny house in the woods. Han Xiao is in bed waiting for sales numbers. Let's see how much this letter makes me. 0. Nothing. The entrepreneur's heart is crushed by the absolute lack of sales. Plan A is toast. Time to pivot. 250,000 is way too much for players. I need to market this to the big guilds. Suddenly a new system alert pops up. Ooh, some good news for once. Plaguestone quest complete. You earned 60,000 FB. Black Pine favor up 400. He is hyped. The mission for the others is finished. Called it? I get a nice cut when players do my dirty work. I still get the loot when they finish. My genius brain just got a bright idea. Han Xiao shows up acting all cool. The players see him and think they hit gold. Whoa, Black Phantom is out. I'm changing classes first, so don't even think about cutting. Han Xiao plays the part of a standard NPC. The world keeps moving forward. The truth about Tranfong will eventually be forgotten as the world keeps on turning. I need some trustworthy people for a job. The system updates the forums instantly. New quest alert. The rewards are massive. They all stare at the most important notification today. This is the main quest. He's a VIP, grab it, but nobody can accept. What it won't let me. Says I don't meet the requirements. Me neither. Tinfong figures it out first. There is a catch. You have to buy the letter. The crowd panics at the corporate greed. Damn A main quest behind a paywall? No way. I need this. Someone lend me the cash? Han Xiao smirks. Kai is almost met. I split the first 5 new era missions among a few lucky people. Not everyone gets a shot. Only big guilds with 250,000 are deemed trustworthy. Over at the 9 Gates Club, the quiet vibe hides the panic inside the offices. On gets the word. The Black Phantom letter unlocks the main quest. This is my shot. Fi warns his buddy. I think there are too many variables here. Failing is too risky. Teaming up with other clubs might be better. Anne calls a contact. Let's ask the Madman Club then. Meanwhile, Han Xiao is chilling like nothing is wrong. I'll hang in the starter village, so the guilds have time to save their money. Black Phantom, he is the trade rep. We want the letter. Han Xiao sits up thrilled. I remember these guys. Pro players. Finally, a few big fish are on the hook. He hands the letter to Man Long. Take this to the spot and you're in. Since they are the first customers, he is ready to play them. He tosses out a juicy deal and waits for these suckers to bite. I think I can trust you guys. I've got a few jobs. Are you down to help me out or what? They do not even blink before shouting at the same time. Heck yeah, we have been waiting for this. 1 second they are hyped like they won the lottery. Next, they are looking like they just failed a final exam. Wait, just 1 letter for 1 quest? I thought I would get the whole haul. Han Xiao plays it cool. Cough, cough. Look, if you actually pull this off, I might have some bigger jobs for you later. But he is thinking like a total shark. He needs to save the good stuff for the pro players later. His cryptic words have the players totally lost. Did we just trigger the Black Phantom's secret quest line? Seems like it. Mang Long tells his teammate to hustle and finish before the other guilds catch on. The 2 players behind them are just staring in total awe. Whoa, pro players are loaded. They have got big backers, so there is no way we can compete with that. Han Xiao kicks back and thinks about the future, the first round quests, and how many rewards he can milk. I really got to crank up these mission reward caps fast or I won't stand a chance against the next level quests. Suddenly a news alert pops up right in front of him. Guess the Galaxy Chronicles just dropped a fresh update. Xiaoxun starts with a quick intro for Han Xiao. Lately, this NPC has been going viral, making players go crazy with his god-tier performance. Every starter planet reacts differently. We're talking chosen ones, mutants, genius, prodigies, the whole 9 yards. It's absolute chaos out there. This isn't just surprising, this NPC actually seems to have a mind of his own. He's way more than some basic programmed machine like you see in other games. Thutu jumps in to talk about how these machines can actually evolve themselves. Imagine if every single NPC had their own unique, independent logic and personality. The data processing is insane, but Galaxy uses the latest light brain tech. Nobody even knows its true limits yet. Xiaoxun pivots to the guest. Let's see what our special guest has to say. Lee, what's your take on all this? Lee Gay's smooth voice shifts the vibe completely. Honestly, I think this just makes the whole player experience feel way more real. When I'm in the game, I legit start tripping and forget it's not the real world. I bet this is exactly what the developers intended. It's like something special has dropped into our reality. It's fresh, and it's super intense. I've got high hopes for Galaxy. Xiaoxun works her magic and flips the script to some fresh news on the spot. Speaking of the game, the World Esports Federation is about to launch the very first professional season for Galaxy. Will you be competing? Lee flashes a grin at the camera. You bet I will. When the time comes, I hope you all have my back. Han Xiao finishes the broadcast and pictures the coming hype. Big clubs are going to scramble for the Pro League, which means way more customers for me. With a scheming look, he realizes he can handpick his own elite squad from the bunch. Meanwhile, at Star Dragon's Strategic Bureau headquarters, Guhai fidgets impatiently in the elevator before rushing down a long, sterile corridor inside the facility. He slams his hand onto the scanner for a security check. Once cleared, a heavy silence fills the room as he sternly addresses the control system. Open the communication channel between Planet Aquamarine and the 9th Star Zone's Dora civilization. The monitor flickers to life, covered in rows of strange alien text. This mysterious AI hits Gu Hui with a curveball question. Why are Aquamarine's humans trying to talk to them? He starts mashing keys like crazy, hoping they feel his sheer panic. My Dora friends, I'm reaching out to ask about a bizarre phenomenon happening on our planet right now. We are calling it the inhuman phenomenon. Here are the specific details. He suddenly pauses, trying to find the right words before hitting send. His pure desperation is baked into every pleading sentence. Our technology can't figure out the cause, so we're hoping you have answers. If you guys could lend us a hand here, we'd be incredibly grateful for your help. Planet Aquamarine and Star Dragon will always be your most loyal, close allies. A response flashes back almost instantly. Look, there are plenty of technologies that can produce this kind of effect. It might even just be a natural cosmic event. The universe has seen way weirder things than this before. Chill out, man. Every single second, tens of thousands of races are either born or wiped out. If you want us to pinpoint the cause, we'd have to come down and study it ourselves. Gu Hui finally feels a bit lighter now that he's got some actual backup. This is exactly what we were hoping for. Please send a team down here for a proper field study. The AI wraps up the conversation with a few simple lines of confirmation. Your request has been processed. As of right now, it is August 10th, 688. Your mission is officially on the calendar. Departure is slated for May 15th, 689 with a July arrival date. Gu Hui finally lets out a long sigh of relief as his nerves settle. A whole year from now. I guess we'll just have to keep treating these inhumans like mercenaries for the time being. Down at the Germinal headquarters, a dim yellow light creeps out from a door, making the silent hallway feel like a tomb. Gila marches through her stomach doing nervous flips. Standing before a locked door, a guard gives her a stern warning. You've only got 1 hour. Several layers of automatic security doors slide open once all the paperwork is cleared. Gila slips past those depressing isolation rooms, her eyes scanning left and right for that one person. Overwhelmed, she practically collapses against the glass partition, fighting back a sob. Aurora is thrilled to see her sister after so long. Sister, you actually came? Gila is so heartbroken she can't even find the words to speak. Choking back her tears, Gila finally manages to whisper a question. How have you been lately? Aurora innocently tells her sister that the white coat doctors are showing up way less often lately. My last shot was actually 30 days ago, she says. Gila's hand hanging at her side slowly clenches into a tight fist. Aurora's recovery is dragging. Every time they harvest her blood or marrow, she needs more time to bounce back, so the sessions are getting further apart. Unlike her sister, who is totally losing it, Aurora is weirdly upbeat. Sis, tell me a story. I want to hear the end of that one from before. Knowing she had to keep it together for the kid, Hella just went with the flow and played along. So where did we leave off? She leaned against the window, her lips ready to spill the rest of the tale. That guy Zero, did he escape the base after that? Did you fight him? This really brought back some old buried memories for her. Oh, after that. Meanwhile, elsewhere in the base, Grey Wolf was venting to his crew about how Zero was acting like a total sewer rat, hiding too well. His deep voice sounded like it was dripping with pure venom. If he can actually see the future, we need to take him out before the war starts, or our entire strategy is toast. He stood alone in front of the locked-up hope of the base. His bare hand was scanned multiple times to verify his identity. The heavy gate slid open, letting out a blast of stale, freezing air that had been trapped inside for ages. Inside, it was a mess of wires and the sharp smell of bleach. The hum of life support made the place look like an apocalypse. Grey Wolf was only here for one thing, to get help from the Son of Heaven, the literal child of destiny. The kid was soaking in a tank of nutrients. The machinery slowly turned him to face the wolf. Wake up. Those clear, soulless eyes snapped open without a second thought. Grey Wolf held up a photo of Han Xiao and made his demand. Use your gift to see the future. Find out where Zero is hiding right now. The silence in the room made every second feel much slower than usual. Using his power, the Son of Heaven saw a blurry vision of Han Xiao looking away. A deep voice rasped. He is coming into the trap. Grey Wolf stayed stone-faced and asked one more thing. You could hear the urgency in his voice. The Son of Heaven replied, not long. That quick chat gave Grey Wolf all the intel he needed for his next move. Cerberus, start the Super Soldier program. 4 black cages were hauled up from underground. Grey Wolf personally picked the warrior for the mission. Time for some payback. The security door slowly slid open, revealing the massive muscular legs of the guy inside. Subject number 1, the elite super soldier. He stomped out with a massive, arrogant roar that shook the entire room. His face was twisted in rage like he just bit a hot pepper. Zero, I will kill you. Meanwhile, Han Xiao was in a helicopter. Wait, did I just sneeze? He rubbed his nose, totally clueless. Someone else must be thinking about me again. Han Xiao glanced at his stats, 140 million experience points left. Just thinking about that wealth had his head spinning. Selling skills to players really racked up the experience. Now it was time to handle his class change and hit the next level. His hands flew across the 4 holographic menus like a pro. First order of business, maxing out his current skills. Han Xiao hesitated on his final choice, then rolled the dice on the high-grade purple gear blueprints needed for his quest. He took a deep breath to settle his nerves. Then, he went full beast mode, slamming buttons like he was casting a legendary spell. After all that frantic clicking, the system gave him a cold update. Experience points 120 million. Han Xiao slumped over the table, totally gassed. Man, I didn't think burning through experience would be this exhausting. But looking at his haul, the folding blade iron gloves, and the mini shooter, he knew the sacrifice was totally worth it. These gadgets were perfect for his quest requirements. Plus, they would beef up his armor and sync perfectly with his sniper build. His eyes drifted off, staring into the bright future ahead of him. He was running low on materials, so hitting North Continent was a perfect chance to restock. Over there, snow covered everything. Hao Tian coldly left the dead wolves behind and walked off. He stopped midway when his phone started buzzing. His flat voice cut through the snowy wind. Yeah. Liga was on the other end. Yo, you hear the word yet? The Esport Association just confirmed a professional Star Ocean tournament. Their boring conversation echoed through the frozen wasteland as he answered. Yeah, what class did you pick? Martial arts. I went Esper. Better start leveling up or I'm leaving you behind. A loud thud from the sky made him look up. Players came swarming out when they saw the black helicopter landing. Someone even screamed. Is that the Black Phantom NPC? The crowd rushed forward, fighting for a front row spot as soon as it touched down. Han Xiao had picked this spot for a very specific reason. Some players were already level 18. I need to hit every village before players reach level 20 and realize that power refinement is a total scam. When he stepped out, the solo players went wild. The Black Phantom is here. Happy New Year, I'm switching to mechanic. Someone spotted Hao Tian blending into the crowd in the back and yelled out, Whoa, it is the legend Hao Tian. Everyone clear out and make a path. Let the big boss through first. Go ahead, sir. Hao Tian tossed over a heavy black bag stuffed with cash. I'm here for that recommendation letter. Han Xiao's brain started racing the second he saw Hao Tian. This guy is a top-tier pro player. It is time to see what he is really made of. Somewhere else, a player was sweating mid-mission, despite having a solid battle plan ready to go. Do not screw this up. But his teammates just laughed it off. Relax, they are just mutants. We capture them, or we kill them if they fight back. Simba hovered in the back, sounding worried. Remember, these things look exactly like regular humans on the outside. Do not grab the wrong guy. Han Xiao walked up slowly, and they totally misidentified him. Look, someone is coming this way. Is that a mutant? Has to be. These woods are crawling with beasts, and only mutants wander around solo.